Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Competence. Its one-year mission: to train the next generation of Starfleet, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to help all go where no one has gone before.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nat 13's Star Trek Ascendance. I'm your Game Master, August Schmidt. With me this time of the week are the members of the Alpha Shift. Say hello, Alpha Shift.
Hi-ho! Hello!
Oh, last
Hi,
we
kids.
saw you all,
Just imagine it.
danger aboard the Confidence, crazy revelation and realization. What started as a simple checkup for a potential suitor turned into revelation about Tyler Gray's father and Tyler himself. Along with this, the terrifying news that the ship that you are all on is currently supposedly in a predestined path. That certain of your brig members of the Orions and the Cleons, talking with Captain McTavish, have informed him that apparently all this has happened and is set to happen in the way it should. We also found, before McTavish ordered, shall we say, the leave of multiple different parties, let alone in our group, your ship is being divided up right now before all shit hits the fan, so to speak, at Yorktown. What I would say is, as last we met, Nemorum, you got communication from Azrael and Gibirti, two of your brethren in the Corps. They had a ship with a cloaking, and that they are ready for pickup. But, of course, we are not jumping directly to that moment. We do have all of you on the ship. What I will say is this. As you are all here, Tyler, you have all this information. Easy enough, I'll also say, download to your data pad, so you don't have to be at the holodeck for this. You've been able to put this all back in from the information that you got from Robert the Terrible's mech mind. Aaron and Alice, you have this information, but now we cut to Lawrence. Lawrence, the ship currently is in a high right now. Last you knew, coming fresh off of Robert the Terrible's defeat and death, everyone is in good spirits, and a lot of people are at the bar right now, including yourself. And what I would ask is, what is Lawrence doing at the bar in this moment?
Kind of hybrid. Half of it, now that he's finally got the full pirates back together, we can finally perform the full trio of rock monster we already had, as well as talking and playing games with other Starfleet officers on the table.
I will actually say, solid point. Monsieur Lunt bringing out his bass guitar, and Father Graponius, of course, on the drums. You guys start rocking out. You look out. Everyone's having such a good time. Booze is flowing. People are cheering. And for the first time in a while, you finally have this moment of just, I would call it relaxation, for lack of a better word. There's no craziness. Robert Terrible has been defeated. You're back with not only your old family, so to speak, but also your new occupation.
Yeah.
As you watch, everyone is telling their stories about what they did on the Judgment. Their stories of, again, out of the 240 crew, a lot of them are talking about how charging through the hallways, gun over arm, just firing down Cleons. How some people ran in talking about, yo, Tyler took down a whole warp core on his own, badass. Well, no, I heard Nemorum just slash the... Well, you should have seen me. I took down a Cleon and, had him in a full chokehold. I've never done that before. You have this moment, and as the music slowly dies, you hear the voice inside your head.
Oh no.
Way, way back at the beginning of this campaign, as time stops. Sitting there in your opening interview, not when you beat the test, but when you first joined Starfleet, everyone was allowed to pick a path. You only picked, though, ops. Simple enough. And you think back at that first Starfleet officer looking at you. Who are you and what do you want to do?
Larry the Cucumber, and I think I'm here to find that out.
You see the officer looks down, starts typing something on pad. Go ahead and roll me an insight check. Kind of on this memory, what I would say.
Okay, let me... Insight, you say?
Insight.
What was my modifier? That was a
13. Not natural.
Not natural. You launch easy enough. This person looks a little perturbed and almost condescendent on you. Just as they're writing down, this is, you see, they've got a command badge on. This is someone who is a high-ranking officer, and you get the feeling that you're not the first person to have ever said this to them, and they take this then as, here comes another one. We kind of cut back to then present as everything coming back in as round again encore, you know, swinging back in. Everyone's singing, dancing. Father Graponis leans over from his drum. My child, you seem distracted.
I guess I am.
What is on your mind, son?
What am I gonna do with my life?
Oh,
That's a big one, I know.
Wow, listen,
Just trauma dumping in the middle of the
trying in the
song.
middle of the song.
Yeah.
You could listen. Kind of leans over Father Graponis. Just listen. You seem like you have a good life here. Have you ever thought of just being a spaceman the whole time? I mean, look at me. You see again as this grape wearing pirate hat, priest clothing, just like you could do whatever you want in this galaxy.
And see whoever you want.
You see, Mr. Lutley,
You know, these-
listen, I need some help, alright? I'm carrying on a base! I'm carrying on a base! And again, craziest thing, vegetables are playing with instruments with no hands. So, more of the novelty of this concert is like,
How are
doing
they?
this?
How are we
But Father
clapping?
Graponis leans over, just, whatever you do, Lawrence, you're amazing. Listen, you got us out of a bind so many times, and look at you, you're in Starfleet.
You're right, I'm not a pirate who doesn't do anything. I'm a pirate who doesn't do nothing!
Yes, 1 second. As you break in, immediately though, cut. Phoom, the lights all start flashing red. You hear, it is not red alert, but what we would call soft red alert. Everyone has stopped dancing. A lot of people are slowly looking up. All of you get the exact same communique through your bed. Captain McTavish, all hands to battle stations. We drop out of warp in T-minus 2 minutes at
What the
Yorktown.
happened?
You see, Graponis, who is getting ready for like a sick drum solo, just like, is this normal on your ship?
No, come on. I think we need to regroup with everyone.
Hopping down the hall, easy enough, you'll run into Alpha Shift, of course. You
Hey.
guys coming out of the holodecks.
Yep.
You guys missed some pretty sick music back there. What's going on?
We'll talk later. I'm running to the medical bay.
You run to Medical Bay. Here's the question. As of right now, you guys do have access to your Transport 92. But would you be taking that, using that? What's kind of the goal is, like, before leaving the shift? Obviously, Alice, you're running to Medical Bay. Are there any last, like, ooh, I should run to a different place or grab something before?
Yes.
Okay.
I need to grab some bullets.
Yes, heading to a replicator, getting those down. Go ahead and roll me a quick sleight of hand, just to see maybe how many rounds you could get out of bullets.
Couple
things. Aaron and then Lars, yes.
I need to get a phaser rifle.
Yes, you're going to be running down to...
He has
I
it.
have the
He
one.
has
I know,
it.
we're gonna have two.
Okay.
Yes,
On the sleight of hand, I got a 19.
19. Thank you. Lady Driver, give me a quick acrobatics, just because there's going to be a lot of people down in security and brig area.
Couple things,
Lawrence.
mostly roleplay. One, I'll get stuff out of my room. I got my rapier and laser pistol. I've got everything else I need. Two, talking with guys.
Guys, where's the lazy Susan?
Our shit.
You see
Is that what we officially called it?
No. That's my ship.
Oh, that's
Lord's
your
ship.
ship. Oh, okay.
What did we call ours?
The Millennium Falcon.
Oh yeah, Millennium Falcon.
technically,
Yeah.
it's the Millennium
Tell me
Falcon.
the Millennium Falcon.
Technical. You see,
Where's the lazy Susan?
lunch is kind. It's currently docked in the brig aboard the Judgment. We were going to get it out, but like it's so far. That'd be
Might
like
be a good time.
transport. I have to walk.
Hey, don't worry, guys. We can do
Don't.
this.
I think I've got an idea. That's the big thing I'm asking. If we could get the lazy
It's the
Susan.
Lazy Susan, a second ship. That's smart. Alice.
I got
The judgment.
3 main things.
And
One,
then the
I need
bonus,
to
yeah.
grab DNA test kits from my brother and I.
Yes.
2, I need to say goodbye to Patty. And 3, I need food.
Excellent. Go ahead. DNA kits is actually super easy in the
Oh,
med
yeah,
bay.
right.
What I would say
Stuff
is
from
going to
my
be a
room is
quick
the only
investigation for Patty.
Okay.
What I would say then is, Aaron, what'd you get for your roll?
19, but a natural 13.
Ooh, not 13. I will come back to them on that one.
Okay.
Stuff from my room and lazy
Most of your
Susan.
stuff actually
Lazy-
is easy because
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
get to that.
Lazy
with
Susan's the big thing I'm trying to
coming
get.
up at the
And
end.
14.
I
14.
relay that to Alpha Shift. They're like,
Hey, guys, I think I could get us a second ship.
Great.
it's aboard the Judgment right now.
It would require, of course, heading to because you can't go to the Judgment right now. You're at warp.
Exactly.
But yes, getting ready to
Why
jump on.
that too?
Tyler, you grab in. You did get a 19, so I will roll this with advantage. Probably really good. Holy hell. You are going to get a grand total of 10 rounds of bullets. Each one will have 9 shots, so 90 bullets total. So now you can use that gun a lot more. It's running in and like you realize normally you might have had to gotten permission because replicating like old 21st century bullets is going to throw up a bit of like a flag in the system. Whatever McTavish has done for the ship right now, a lot of like lesser permissions have just been auto waived to be like we got to get people ready.
Can we please make it canon that he didn't realize he was doing so many? He was like, work, and there's like 90 bullets. Like, oh,
You know, better more
This
than
printer
nothing.
just isn't working. You look over and realize it was replicating on like the one next to you.
Oh no!
Oh, that makes more
it ran out
sense.
of blue ink. That's right.
Blue, okay.
No magenta.
Oh, I guess I have to have magenta bullets now. But yes, 90 bullets in 10 rounds. Magenta! Fucking love stupid. Aaron, you run down. The brig is fucking ridiculous. You, though, are easily able to grab a rifle. While you're in there, you will notice something. There is what looks to be some equipment missing. Again, in the brig, there is most of the heavy stuff. Everyone is issued a phaser gun, like a handgun. Phaser rifles, though, of course, are pretty heavy stuff, as well as technically the ship does have, if needs be, heavy breach equipment, heavy, photon cutting technology to be able to breach holes. You would notice that one of the rigs that you would like strap on your back, big heavy bolt cutter style, is missing. You could investigate this, but it might delay you regrouping though. It's that natural. Let me grab and looking over like, why is someone grabbing bolt cutter, so to speak? And
I will investigate it. I will set my phaser to stun and the phaser rifle to vaporize.
Okay.
And also I'm able to grab some combat armor while I'm here. Just
that's
stack
yeah,
that.
passive easily. It's just more grabbing the
Yeah,
rifle.
take time to put it on.
There's
Right.
other
Super
like
sister.
security officers are like toom 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 like grabbing rifles. You're able to grab one of the few extra right before they run out.
You're good.
I'm good with my power.
Come in, Nomura.
I am going to grab my I'm going to equip my Oromite armor and also equip my bolter and get as much ammo as I can.
Your ammo, you actually do have a bunch because you've yet to like really need to use a lot.
Yeah.
So again, I'll make this one with advantage for you as well. Hell yeah. Exact same roll actually. Oh no. You'll have 11 rounds of this bolter, which for you actually comes out to, jeez Louise, I think that is 110. Because your bolt carries 10 rounds each. Which, of course, is important because you may not have a chance to totally restock these things. But 110 rounds for you in 11 rounds of 10. but armor's on, bolter's in. All of this was again in that like nice armor stand room. So it was just that like, and armor just starts very Iron Man-esque locking in place on you.
And it is fabulous.
Absolutely fabulous.
I think there's some
I can't read.
back.
Oh no! Oh, you can't read.
I am too small.
Oh well.
Wait, is there a vacuum cleaner out in space?
Make a quick percent. There's not.
Dang it!
There might be one day.
One day.
As you guys though, grabbing bullets, grabbing med supplies, Patty is running by. You see, as she is booking down, you realize that she is in full combat gear as well. Just kind of skids back. Alice, have you seen Orson?
I'm so sorry.
What's happening?
He's gonna be okay. I love you. And give her a hug.
She hugs you. This Andorian like pulls back, and you realize she looks really scared. Like very much blood drained. This kind of pale blue woman just.
You're gonna survive. You got that?
Yeah, but like, okay, you two.
I'll
Listen.
see you soon.
She
eventually.
pulls out quick data pad card. If we ever need to meet up, look for me here.
Okay.
Cool. You'll have time. This will have to be
Okay.
decrypted on your pad later. It's like a
Yeah,
SD
no.
you can click
I
in.
grabbed that. Also, I've been training Floof, right? I've trained Floof how to use a pocket knife.
I'll make a check. I'll make a check.
Wait, I think I actually have a floof-sized pocket knife on me.
Holy shit. Yes! Floof has a tiny little pocket knife that will deal 1 plus Floof strength, which is currently
So wait, is
0.
it like this size?
Yes!
Floof has a
Floof
knife!
has a knife that will deal 1 point of damage on
Army
him.
knife.
Yeah.
This scene is bouncing for a ball. It's like
And like rolling down the hallway with a
you
little
just use
pocket
like
knife.
this.
As it goes over the mic.
I got.
You, Floof nestles into your, and now looks like you have the 3 space bun as Floof kind of nestles in.
That is some
What,
From
one
Earth
space
are
one has a pocket knife.
Yeah, what it
One
looks
big
like
album
again is if you
return.
would put like a toothpick or like chopstick in your ear, but it's a pocket knife. Floof can use that.
August, you know, I was just happy with just the stats, but then I actually realized what
Help
I
me,
can get on
please.
this thing. So with my shoulder pads, I gain the effect of 2 backpacks.
Oh, do you need
Yes, you
a-
do. So your
So-
flying speed does double.
Wow. Okay. All right. This is a little bit more overpowered than I thought.
Yes.
So I'm sorry for anything.
Oh, don't
that
worry. You're
happens.
gonna need it. You're gonna need it.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
Got a cut.
I just
Aaron,
think there's 10,000
as
people that have that kind of
Lawrence, Father Draponius, Mr. Lunt, you guys all rush in. Alice, Tyler, Nemorum, the 6 of you, so the 4 and the 2 NPCs, all of you rush in and find yourselves. When this communique comes through, Nemorum, you get that little almost psychic link from your brother.
Yeah.
Aaron, you
It's
are
not
running.
changing.
It is again
Is it ours?
organized chaos. Everyone is running to either battle stations or prep or leaving the ship. Like a lot of people are getting to transports. What I would ask though, Aaron, give me an investigation to look for these bolt cutters.
I landed on top of another dice, but it's not cocked. So that's an 11.
11. It does not beat
I'm in a defiant.
a defiant. Okay.
It's a 13.
13. 13's very close. So while it doesn't beat a DC 16,
Okay.
Is it anywhere
it
nearby
still
for
is
me
close.
to bardic?
Unfortunately, no, because this is
I
down
did
in
it
security
separate.
brig area.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
On a 13, you track through one of the cells has been cut open from the outside.
Oh no.
You would know easily enough, though, on a 13, I'll give you this. It was a single occupant cell, but everything else around, like, you would know Orion Pirates Klingons are, like, kind of grouped into groups of either, like, 10s or 50s, depending on kind of the cell. This cell was a single hold cell, but it was cut open from the outside.
From the
They
outside.
use the thing.
Cell.
Someone.
On a 13, though, you
Yeah.
wouldn't know, unfortunately, because that would require either security clearance, which unfortunately you're not a part of that
I'm not
track,
part of that track.
or taking more time to, like, can I run over and do a quick log search?
Yeah,
But that's gonna start really.
Can I look at what cell number it is?
Yes, you can. Go ahead. You can write down that it was cell number 992.
Okay. I will remember that.
Good. That actually will help you out. all of you are waiting for Aaron. Alice, you would be able to, of course, psychically be able to quick
Where
ping,
are you?
you know, down brig Aaron.
I'm so sorry.
You get the communique shipwide. We are coming out of warp in T-minus 30 seconds.
I could guess
Morum.
a ship.
We have our thing. We have
And
the
the
Millennium
Lazy
Falcon.
Susan.
You got the Millennium Falcon, the Lazy Susan, and of course the communique. Gibirti and Azrael have a ship at Yorktown encloaked.
Okay. Because technically, where we're given the orders to go to the judgment.
McTavish basically said at this point, flee.
Okay.
Or in a very legal sense of like, I would like shifts and groups to leave Starfleet protocol, blackout, radio silence, unless you need to contact us in dire emergency.
Okay.
So everyone's leaving.
A good majority of the ship. Bridge crew is not. A lot of the engineering and security teams are not. But like you guys, Alpha ship, Beta ship, Gamma, Delta,
So
Epsilon.
Patty's getting off the ship.
Patty is getting off the ship.
Good.
I hate every second of this plan. Yeah, if you asked me 1 week ago, I would have happily left.
Okay.
And now the one day that it all finally
Right.
clicks, I have to watch it burn from the sidelines.
Grab the cucumber.
Big-
Emma.
Big
Yeah,
Mike.
so putting a submission like, we won't let you like all three just in one hand.
Oh gosh.
No, I like to imagine he's just carrying it
As
like
we're
this.
running, can I get us all to mind link with me?
Make me a
Can-
intelligence check.
Would you
Can
like
we do
bard?
that after?
I
not
would
gonna
like a
lie,
bard.
you
May
know?
I have
It's
a
more
six?
seeing if we can do it for free
right now?
Oh,
because
okay.
that's we're seeing if it's possible real quick
it's
right now
D6.
with
So the
someone else's
D6
power.
is your
Two-
bardic.
To my
Uh,
knowledge,
Bardic
it is
is,
D6 at
D6,
level
yeah.
5.
What am I? I'm adding just basic intelligence.
Basic intelligence.
Yeah. And
15.
15.
okay, so
With the bar.
I
You
do
know,
have an idea for everyone.
You can ping
Um,
other people in the little bit, but at the same point, I will give you this on a 15.
Okay.
You're getting a bit of interference from an outside source. Something is trying to talk to you in your mind that is not one of these, and it would take longer out of combat or out of this. It's not true initiative, but just red alerts of figuring out what to do.
All right.
Um,
well, I'll mind link everybody later, but now you want to roll a natural 20,
So,
and now you want to roll
no
a
more.
natural 13.
Okay, so basically, I want to make the idea that we're going to the judgment, but in reality, we're going to Cloche.
okay.
I will go to the judgment though.
We're all going.
We all gotta go.
You're,
go.
you're
Right.
phrasing it as we're going to the judgment, going to the cloak ship. No,
Yeah.
going to the actual judgment to pick up a ship.
Do we have time for that?
You could have
Yeah.
time. It's,
Okay.
I will say, it's once we come out of war, we're entering that real slowdown of allow you guys to like make a plan before we enter what would be an initiative,
Okay.
and then we'll go.
Yeah.
And already, I know I can trust Father Caponius and Mr. Lund to fly that ship because we've done so many a times.
Exactly. Yeah, it's if you could get to the ship. It's not
Can
like
we
it would be
steal
dead
the
weight.
judgment?
You could take
That-
the
We're
judgment.
taking the judgment.
But we
I
couldn't
don't
man
think
the
that
judgment.
would
I
be
think that's the problem.
very
We can't man it.
Kosher.
The
per se.
judgment was run by over 2,000 Klingons.
Everyone to the judgment.
Right now, it's got a Patsy setup linked in with the confidence to just like jump with the confidence due to tractor beam.
So we couldn't even move it in the first place.
Exactly,
Mm.
which is why I'm saying we get another ship that's on the judgment, the Lazy Susan. What's the Lazy Susan built for?
Ladies Susan, it's got just top line. It can jump around, quick travel,
fast?
fast and recreation.
Okay.
Cool.
It's not a
Here's
fighter,
the
but
thing. You tell them to go in there. You're coming with everyone else. Like I will say, like this is Nemorum for Nemorum. This is non-negotiable. Like,
He
like,
already-
like this, like we are
At this
going
point,
to
I'm pretty
sit
sure
down.
Tyler already had to pull me away from Patty because
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to leave.
Like I'm sorry. Like
I'm
this, like
Scott.
I'm sorry this is happening, but like this is what
You know
my
what?
character
Then
will do. It's just
Before,
like,
so I'm gonna make one heck of a persuasion check, like hand an encrypted code to Mr. Long and be like, we rendezvous at this point a little bit after all the chaos goes down. Be there, be square.
because like
Be there
once
or
again,
be
Nemorum
juiced.
is only taking the people he trusts. Your folks seem nice, But he doesn't know them enough, so yeah.
Father Grapponius and Mr. Lon are brand new.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna let
Be
them
there
let them
or
in.
be juice. Got it?
Exactly.
You see, they just,
So getting them on
What?
a fast ship is good enough. So,
Yeah, it's a fast ship, so like outfitted for speed.
So-
whatever we can afford to lose it. When was the last time
Grapponius
we
and Mr.
ever
Lon
really
will
played
grab the
croquet?
Lazy Susan, jump on the ship, offload anything, and just jump.
Yeah.
Ready for the location we told you can choose the location.
Just get rid of the grand piano. You don't need it. I'm so sorry.
That's a hard no.
I'm the only one who can play the piano
Do you know how
on
much
board,
heavy
okay?
platinum.
If anything, we
Um,
take the piano with us.
But you
We're
guys will be
playing the
able to
piano
get
on the
to the
Millennium
cloak
I know.
ship.
Okay, get to the cloak ship. Okay.
You guys can get to the cloak ship. Does anyone want to get on the Millennium Falcon to then also follow?
Yes.
That would be a good idea.
Okay,
Lovebirds,
Ready,
let's
Ty?
go.
let's go. Okay.
Hey, if you two
So-
can go on the Falcon, why can't I go on the Lazy Susan?
Well, 2 on the
Because
Falcon.
one's equipped, isn't it? Like one's more equipped for combat.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This one
Lazy
was built
Susan
for
has
speed and
no
fun.
combat
So-
ability.
Speed
It's
and
just
fun.
a
It is
yacht.
booking.
Yeah, I'm literally just picturing like a ship, like a nice
I'm gonna
pirate
go
ship.
wherever Nemorum's going.
Okay,
When
so
I see them
Wait,
split
what
off,
if
I'm
actually
gonna
it's
get
just a
Tyler
pirate ship like Treasure Planet?
That would
Look
be
up
sick.
Wait, is that what the Lazy Susan?
Look up, don't
it's
die,
more
don't
like
let her die.
it's a really fancy space yacht. I
like
have
Treasure
to.
Planet.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's like it
Yes.
can warp, it can go fast. It has any guns. It's whatever you brought on.
Oh,
I mean, there was that thing from Mr. Lund's cousin from Moose Lake he gave us. I mean, what? It
All
can
right.
go real fast.
Oh my gosh.
Do we have the keg of beer from that one planet?
We each got a keg.
We each
You
got
each
it.
No,
got
I
your
gave
own.
mine to him.
Yeah,
And
I
the more
drank
you
mine.
use-
I already drank 2.
You
Okay,
drank 2.
one was
Tyler,
mine
you
and
got
one was
yours.
I'm
I
saying
have
Aaron?
mine. Captain McTavish has one that I brought
Yes.
back for him.
So, 1, 2, 3 plus McTavish's is what we currently have.
Okay, so 3. That
Yeah,
should
we
be
don't need
fine.
to take McTavish's though.
That's true. He probably needs it at
yeah.
this point.
He needs
He's gonna be drinking
If
heavy.
anyone needs it, I think Gatira would like it.
Yeah.
That sounds about right, actually.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a moment. So, are we ready to enter the initiative as we jump out of warp?
Yep.
All ready as we'll ever be.
I would like everyone then to roll me initiative.
Whoop whoop.
Right.
Serious stuff's about to go down.
I was able to equip that combat armor by this point.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
I don't have combat armor.
Oh.
That was audible on the mic. I saw it like on the
Audible invisible.
That was like
Oh my
actually
God.
funny though. Where I happened to look down and just went boom. I'm like, wow. Anyway, you're
That
good.
was supposed to be that.
Tyler, what you
me
get?
at home, it's okay.
What'd you get, Tyler?
I got a 11.
11. Hell yeah. Nemorum?
15.
Yeah, I
15.
got a 6 on the dice.
Lawrence?
How poetic this is. After the first
Not one, not
exam,
20.
a nat 13, just
Nat
like my first exam total of
13.
17.
17. I like it. I like it. Wait, Nemorum, what'd you get?
15.
15. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm like, I typed that in wrong. Alice.
Speedy going cucumber.
Okay, so
Oh
I rolled
my
a 7
gosh.
plus 2.
So that's a solid 9.
This is
Aaron?
like a first. This
This
is definitely a
is a
first.
first.
Aaron
We
is
both are rolling
succeeding.
high
He
for
is
one.
fast now.
The hierarchy
We're in our
is
element.
crumbling.
Yeah,
It
we're in
only
our
took
element.
losing
Well,
us
this is
so
high for like us compared to like the ones or twos.
Comparatively to have
This is
a
why this isn't
18 and 15, 17. It's usually swapped.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen Tyler have only an 11, right? Like,
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah.
You all feel the ship come out of warp, and there's the breath. No one talks. Everything seems stagnant, like heavy molasses, just time. And then the first attack hits your ship. Immediately, the ship is under attack. All of you out through windows can see there are 3 Constitution class ships that are currently swarming.
This was happening.
As the Whirlpool, closest to you guys, the USS Whirlpool's on one side, we begin. Aaron, that is you starting the initiative order.
Sweet.
Where am I? What are my surroundings?
You and Nemorum, I will give a little bit. Right now, you guys are running. You're on like mid decks where you can either from here, easy enough movement to the bridge, to the transport vehicles, or to like other recreation rooms. Like this is up from like brig, sells med-based stuff.
Sweet.
At this moment, running through Nemorum at the top initiative, you would get find your way to the closest find your way to the closest airlock. Open it and jump. We will catch you.
Okay.
Okay.
Why
So
couldn't
that's
I go
me
on
and
the
Nemorum.
lazy
That-
Susan?
Okay.
Okay.
Are you coming with me, Nemorum?
I believe
Or-
by
or-
force.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
By
Yeah.
force at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we're
sorry,
really
man.
I was like,
good
guys,
But
at
it's
please
hard
do
because
the
it is
actual
Aaron's Lawrence
Millennium
Nemorum. It is a
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
split of
We're
in the
about to
initiative.
pilot
You
this.
Where are we going, Nemorum?
Closest airlock. And how close
He's
is
like,
the
what?
closest
Fuck your breath
I'm
saying
sorry?
what?
Closest airlock
Hold
is
breath. What do you
only
mean by
about 50 feet away, so if
Oh,
you
50
grab the
feet.
2 and
Okay.
fly,
Yeah.
you're good.
Jetpack. Okay. Yeah.
Jetpack in. Nemorum jetpacks you guys down
Okay.
easily. Reaching it, it will take an action
I
because...
will also say like with my mind link, it's like
Oh,
I
yes.
have company. So like.
Oh, that's actually important to know because
so
they will.
1, 2, 3,
so
4.
technically 5.
You see, you get that just understood. We will make preparation.
Many do not have air.
Well,
Aaron
I failed
and
this
Lawrence,
part of the
yes.
exam.
Like many, like literally, it's like what?
Same
Well,
here, same here, man.
Three people
Don't
do
bring
not
that
have
back
yes.
up.
Yeah.
They will do a quick then just
Okay.
systems coming into overdrive. We will put in life support.
I do with my armor have a teleporter.
You do, holy shit.
So I
Um,
can transport. They have to get like what
Yeah.
we can flavor it as like give me exact coordinates and I can just pop in there.
If you want to do that, you're just gonna have to wait around them.
That is fine. That is
and
completely
because
fine.
you're gonna have to let them.
because I'm moving. Too,
They
so
they had a lower initiative than you guys. They have an initiative count of 9.
wow.
Right after
Wait.
right after Alice is what I'm saying.
I'm more
Is
dexterous than that.
More because right now they are in a ship initiative because they have a vessel. So if
Right,
you
right.
send like everyone prep, if you can get coordinates, Nemorum, you just hold an action to teleport everyone over.
Okay, yeah.
So
And I'm just communicating with the lazy Susan, like, alrighty guys, get out of here, book it, find somewhere to hide, we'll reconvene
You
later.
hear that,
I'll
like,
send coordinates.
hop 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 sound.
Don't worry,
of, like,
guys. And can I try to use
I'm
like,
on
Can
it.
we
no,
get
it's
the
buddy.
wheels?
No, they're pretty fast on.
Can I
hopping.
use persuasion to try to
45
like
feet.
like
is not bad.
encourage and hype them up?
Maybe I should have sent Floof with them.
Nah, you're fine.
Can I try to use like
you-
persuasion to
oh,
hype
It's
them up?
funny. I just flew more
But
than.
you would have to then use your bardic for them instead
How
of.
does
I'm
it-
not
Yeah,
using
I
bardic.
just
It's more like
want to
persuasion. Like,
hype
hey,
them
let's
up.
do this
Oh,
and hype them
I'll
up.
say
Just
any
like,
percentage
just
you
see
can
the
make though,
stick shift
unfortunately,
where
is
it's
gonna
like,
just
what
give
is
it.
that?
Especially
You know
because
what,
of that
I'm
level
not
3 ability of
Fluke is
minimum I
gonna-
can roll is a 10.
Exactly. Right now, anything you give is
Come on,
just plenty
you
good.
got this.
So, Aaron, Lawrence, Nemorum, the ship is currently being hit hard. You watch the shields just descending. Everyone can like
Oh, okay.
put up boom boom as insane ion lasers hitting the side of your shields, ripping through the energy barriers. Everything looks bad.
Yeah.
That will then make
I may not be religious, but I'm praying.
Tyler and Alice.
I am religious.
That's when
I am
Nemorin-
right.
That's when Nemorin's like, do not waste your time.
Jeez.
My God is bigger than the book you had.
He's not. into
Tyler, you
religion.
can get us. Then Alice.
Even though guns are my religion.
Heading to the
I
morning
think
Falcon.
Godzilla had monsters.
You guys are running through to the transport room with all of the shuttles. What I will say is, on your way, it's going to be a little difficult. I will need acrobatics checks from both of
How
you.
far away is the Millennium?
It's within the like
You
30
need a
foot speed of
separate
like if I run
acrobatics
to
for
a lift and go down and go over.
Right.
But there's
That's
a
true.
lot of people that it might make it difficult terrain of other shuttles. Are
What
coming
if
down.
I carry her?
Oh,
And dash.
clever. Then even
So
on the
romantic.
difficult terrain, you're good. How do you want to carry Alice? I would say. How's that gonna look?
He's just gonna say, "Hey, do you trust me?" And then
Yeah.
he breaks it, and then the minute she grabs his hand, he's just gonna like pull her into a piggy bag.
Fire, piggyback.
piggyback.
Okay.
You running through the hallway.
I can't
Wait,
carry it
wait,
for
wait,
you,
wait.
but I can't carry
How
you.
tall are they piggybacking? Though. 'Cause you can bump.
I'm
this
holding on to
ceiling.
them like
Make
the
me just a D20 dodge check, just a lucky check of like.
Hey,
Because
question.
technically, if you're too
Could
tall,
I have
you're gonna-
bardic?
Oh,
We're not
oh
there.
no.
Ah.
Oh no. Oh no.
What? What am I supposed to add?
Nothing. This is just pure luck.
Dex? Maybe? If it's dodge?
Chat wants to know, but is Tyler a short king?
He's 5'10".
He is 5'10".
Ah.
That
I'm
is a
taller
7.
than you.
with that, Alice, you're gonna take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as 3 different barriers. By the third one, you've learned to duck, but it's not like I got this. It's how you're just running, and boom, 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 just over and over. Floof just hanging on for dear life, but you get to transport 92
Aaron
just
in
in
the back
time.
just hears ow, ow, ow.
Ow. Well done. Good turn, though, Tyler, as that will help get you completely there.
Oh my
No other
gosh.
checks needed.
That was amazing.
That was a fair point to make.
Are you shorting? No.
As
Oh,
you get
He
in...
is to her. Yeah.
Hey, perfect DNA, all right? I compensate.
Listen,
Perfect,
God,
perfect.
5'10" is genetically perfect.
I'm perfect.
All right?
I'm too perfect.
As you are running
Oh
in,
my gosh.
Transport 92 is ready. Again, thankfully, some of the bridge crew had done some just preliminary, let's send out orders to prep everything. So you're not going to have to do too many checks, but what I'll say is, Tyler, that would have been your movement bonus action dash. You will, of course, have to make an action sleight of hand just to start piling it out.
He's 1 inch
Um,
taller than me.
And I will say, Alice, you can either now, at this point, you can give a help action to help start piloting out,
Yes.
or you can give an action to start trying to better mind link up the party at this point.
Yes, I will do that. By the
Okay.
way, I just realized he is 1 inch taller than me. I'm 5'9".
Yeah, together that's gonna be a rough on that
Perfect.
10 foot.
Perfect.
Just like Namorum, you've learned that it sucks to be tall. Yeah.
It's
So,
just like
Can
a
Floof
line
start helping him
on the
pilot?
ceiling.
unfortunately, Floof has no proficiency in piloting skills.
Dang it!
So,
I gotta
what you
try
got
to
this
better
time?
Floof.
Floof do the
My
bicycle.
sleight of hand?
Yes.
No.
26.
26.
I have no idea the psychic abilities of Floof yet.
It's just like riding a
Could be
horse.
God
But you've
for
never
all we
ridden a
know.
horse,
I
so
don't
it's just
know.
like a video
Exactly.
game. Probably. You to do thrusters engage up and over. It is a bit crowded, but you slide through, getting out ready to leave the confidence. Alice, go ahead and make your check.
It's a natural 13.
A natural 13. I will give you then something because there has been a bit of chatter in chat, we might say, over something that you guys could have done. I will give you a choice. Do you want to link up to the party, right? Try to get a better overall communication. It's not as good as what we would call like message or mind link, like the actual spells, but enough of like we know where each other are, the thoughts and emotions. You could do that,
Okay.
or you could tune in to the voice that has been trying to contact you. Something that's on a bit of a brainwave right now.
I'm gonna look at Tyler and be like, do you trust me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go dark for a little bit. And I'm going to tune into that. I'm literally going to shut my link off with him so it can't contact him. It's only talking to me. So you just feel
Felt a cold
cold.
Ensign Ella Shaw, my name is Commander Vaal, your superior officer in the medical bay. Hidden inside of my room under lock and key is the material brain matter of one Robert the Terrible. It is currently in my room. I am aboard the Bag of Rat, renamed the Shag. We are currently leaving the ship. If you hear this message, please, you must get that brain matter sample from my room, as it holds vital information.
Tyler, we have to go back.
You are like in the shuttle, and it is piloting right now.
Where?
Robert's brain is still on the ship. I need to go get it.
Can we pilot through the ship?
Not the first time that's
Would
happened.
you like to know a really fun fact?
Millennium Falcon.
The maximum height is 10 feet for the hallway.
How tall's our shuttle?
Shuttles from a 10-12 hallway are exactly 9 by 12. That is canon.
Yep.
It's going to be tight as hell, but you could shuttle it to Commander Val's room.
We need to go to Commander Val's
I'm the best pilot in this galaxy. Let's do it.
Let's go.
As the
going
Millennium
full
Falcon gets ready
I'm
to...
gonna give you a reputation.
do you have any
for being
family?
with you, and then
Here we
we're
go.
gonna
We
go.
are to the bottom of the order, but here comes, as your own Gebertzi's check. Thankfully, they're both proficient in this, so they'll roll with advantage.
Good.
They do need to be a DC 20, though, to get the exact coordinates in the middle of a
So
firefight.
they're.
Because they are piloting a cloaked ship through a bunch of shit outside.
Wait.
So,
Oh, I'm really debating something right now.
What are you doing?
they have a plus
More
4 to
dollars,
this.
don't try.
Or,
No,
excuse me.
it's a portents roll, but I want to save it for later.
They have a +4.
They, actually, not a plus 3. I misspoke.
And advantage.
Would Bardic
And
or
advantage.
What
Guidance
did you
work?
say the DC was?
20. Bardic unfortunately could not work because there is that range. They're more than 60 feet from you.
Dang it.
Could he give a mind link Bardic to us?
Oh yeah.
But you linked up
But
with
you
the voice
focus on
instead.
Val. You'd have to focus again on
So,
everybody
here we
else.
go. The lower of those two rolls was a 9. The higher was a 17 exactly.
Alright.
As your Gaberti start shuttling information of X coordinate, Y coordinate, Z coordinate, X1, X2, Z3, X1, Y2, full on until you have a complete little map and knowledge, Nemorum, of exactly where their ship is.
You ready?
Why not?
Unlike normal transportation, which is that slow beam, this is a violent rip through space-time.
Vomits.
As
I
you
think I'm
hear,
gonna vomit.
you
Spring
feel
water
just
trickles out.
brain matter inside your own skull feel hot,
Spring
and your
water.
fingertips grow cold. Standing aboard
First time.
a small ship.
No wonder you wear that armor.
Immediately, you realize this is not a traditional Custodes ship, or nay, any true Imperium ship. You are
Inside
standing
the helmet,
aboard
there's a great-
what could be called an old Orion pirate ship.
Oh.
Small cloaking technology. This is technically a small ship. So already you realize you are in a room that would be the bridge.
Yeah.
There are 2 rooms behind you, 2 seats up front. One turns and you are face to face with what looks like a nearly identical Memorum. But you realize that this person has no left eye or cheekbone that has been gouged in some old wound, sealed up so as if just smooth half of the left side of their face. Turns, hello, my name is Azrael. I'm a pleasure to meet you. Nemorum, take a seat, man a gun.
Where can
What kind of
we
guns
help?
I am also proficient in killing things.
You see,
I know how to command.
they're about to show you just a quick rundown. So, welcome to, I'll give you the name of the ship, or they'll kind of quickly fill you in.
Sparkles.
No. This ship is called the Traitor.
Mm.
I'd rather have it smart.
Yeah.
But the
Less-
Traitor is a small class ship built for 2 things: non-detection and battle. There are in total 8 different weapon stations, but you can only access 4 of them at a time due to they do not have a power coupling that normal like the Confidence would. So if you want weapons, it draws a lot of power into them, and so you have access to very few things on the ship.
I think 2 weapons should be just fine.
They should be
2 weapons
fine,
should be
yeah.
just fine, because then, Lawrence, you can play that go between a Bardic or a Help or whatever. What you would need to know is, out of these 4, there are a grand total, if needed, 4 different laser turrets, kind of like what Confidence has. It's a 2d4 heavy firepower. They also have an ion cannon.
How much power does that take up?
That one does sink a lot into it with a heavy cooldown time. Their ion cannon can deal a total of 6d12, but it has an overheat of 1. After each shot, it requires an action to cool it down. And it is it is a rotating turret, so it isn't mountable. But again, part of its overheat 1 is it's a very high power thing that
Yeah.
you can get 1 good shot on, but then it needs to cool down.
Yeah.
The other 3 weapons are as thus. You do have a kinetic Gatling gun, what we would consider the classic pew 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 pew. Classic pew pews.
Of course.
Where
classic
shooting
pew
through
pew
that classic
No, no.
pew pews. That one is not as bad. You could actually probably run that if in a dire circumstance that and the 4 quick laser turrets. The ion does run on 2d10 with an overheat of 8. And the other 2 guns are what we would call man-made torpedo launchers, where it's unlike your ship where you can load up a bunch and just fire as ready. It's your action is I am putting an entire torpedo in, lock on, shoot, and that's the game. So if someone were to be like loading in torpedoes or other charges, it makes it easier to say, oh, I can shoot and not have other reload, like an action to load, action to fire. But it is that example of and they important to note though, they do not have a ton of different torpedoes. They currently only have thermite torpedoes, which deal the 4d10 fire damage.
You want me to take the big gun?
I'll do the Gatling gun.
All right, I'll
Take the
take
Gatling
this.
I'll bounce
Wait,
back
if we
and
just
forth
do
and
the
beyond
turbo lasers
beyond
and the Gatling
communications.
gun, we should be fine. We will only use the ion cannon if necessary.
Okay, I'll
so,
sit near the big iron cannon just in
Okay.
case.
Yeah.
What kind of
So, and if the
what kind of
torpedoes, I can
communications tech is
single-handedly
on this
load
thing?
that thing because I got a high
It's
strength
true.
score. So
You do have a high strength. You could be a that's kind of what the ship was made for. Is a
Quick
Custodes, a
snappy.
Space Marine, and Imperium soldier. Just I pick up a torpedo, I put it
I
in,
pick
I
up
fire,
and
right?
I boom.
So
What kind of communications?
Gatling gun, and
Standard?
which one did you
Click,
want to
click,
go head on?
I will take the 2d10 one that has the overheat of 8.
Oh, that's the
That's
Gatling
the
gun.
Oh,
Or no, excuse me,
That's
that's
the
the
ion
little
cannon,
ion, right?
right?
that's the ion cannon. Excuse me. Yes.
That's
Okay,
the
so
what's the
'Cause we
stats
had
for
the-
the Gatling gun one more time?
So the Gatling gun is the 2d10 overheat of 8.
Oh,
It is
okay.
a kinetic Gatling gun of
Yeah, the ion.
My
was
bad.
that's
60,
like your
12.
classic
I'll take that
sci-fi.
one then if you want to take the torpedoes.
Because you can throw torpedoes, or again, there is 4 other stations of just the classic 2d4 laser mounter, kind of what we would see in the Millennium Falcon. I've
Are
used
they
it
all
in
like
the-
360? Like
Take a pew at that.
most of them are 360. What it would just be is the heavy cannon, which is what it's called. The heavy cannon, of course, on top is a big 360 bubble. The 4 are mounted on then the anti-coordinates, the northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. The Gatling gun is directly opposite of your heavy cannon in the same expanded turret range to be able to spin. And the torpedoes are a lock-in where you have a bit of moment, but those are more towards the front of the ship on either left and right.
okay, all right, sounds good. Yeah, I'll still go.
yeah.
Gatling
It's
gun.
meant to be
Okay.
if someone were piloting, they could quick move over to a torpedo if they want, but big guns would require someone there and someone else to go back and go up or down.
Yeah.
Because, question, with the big ion cannon,
Mm-hmm.
it's not like we shoot it, we shut the ship down. It's shoot it, have
No.
to take an action to
To reload,
Okay.
cool down, and
I
then
can do that. 'Cause if
Okay.
we had the Gatling gun constantly going,
Yeah.
and then every other
every
round
other
we're
round
hitting
you've got a
16-12.
big thing to shoot at
I
from.
will do that.
All right, sounds
Excellent.
good. Sounds good. Yeah.
Alright, I'll stay back and forth and help.
Yeah,
Okay.
because there's that good middle of behind the bridge. You can basically look up or down and see whoever you
As
need
well
to.
as forward onto the bridge from my sight. Also, I'm trying to figure out what's going on the confidence, guys.
No time to talk.
Ah!
In a tight
I'm so
space.
sorry!
Aaron, Lawrence, and Lamont, you guys all load up. You've got your locations and signets. Right now, you are at a. Oh, this is Halo 4. Halo 4. Halo 4. Definitely for space battles. It feels right.
Yeah.
You guys have your guns. You hear Ghiberti, the one who didn't turn around, who is like laser focused in on like shifting out of oncoming fire, just kind of shouts back, "Right, whatever you do not blow up my fucking ship." And as you feel, you start going back. Before just
Wait, that was Gilberto. That's
that was
And
Ghiberti.
he's just kind of thinking, that's Gilberto.
That's him.
Yeah, right. As you're going back, as you go quickly, hold. There is only 2 others with you, Namorum. Your communication said there was others to prepare for.
They will be coming shortly.
Separate ship.
Ghiberti, they better come fucking fast! As he immediately, you all feel there's
Meanwhile,
no
on the
big
Lazy
grab
Susan.
stuff like on the confidence.
Oh
You
wait,
can, like,
wait, the Lazy
run around.
Susan or the Millennium Falcon?
As Ghiberti
They're on the
dodges,
Millennium
Yeah,
a
and the
big old
Susan's
blast,
just gonna hide into
all of
gonna
you
be
feel,
the
whew,
judgment.
the ship just
It's
Just
It's gonna
down.
pop out the judgment.
It is a high roller coaster moment of all that G-force, meaning you're gonna feel on your on their turns. There's gonna be some saving throws to just not be thrown around on this ship.
Are we belted in the gunners?
Yes. So
Okay.
you two will have
Okay, so we'll
advantage.
be
Lawrence,
fine, yeah.
you'll just have a normal saving throw with these.
Dexterity, you say?
Not the cucumber!
Nothing. Here we go. Tyler and Alice.
I'm gonna
Well,
hand
that's it.
It's
Tyler
gonna take-
Floof with the knife.
On the table.
It's a round trip of 2 rounds because this
So don't
transport ships
stab
are
him.
fast, so you can get there fast and get there fast out. So minimum of 2 rounds.
I'm sorry
But-
if he stabs you. He's a little stab happy.
We're gonna start with this.
It's okay. It's a
Heavy traffic. Obviously, I assume you're not trying to kill people.
Yes.
Yes, I am not trying to kill people.
I would assume so.
I like that
So
look.
you're going to be making. Tyler's your
I
piloting.
mean, in the grand scheme of things.
It is a DC
When my people
25
have
sleight of
mercy.
hand to succeed and get there. Anything under that, it just might take
Can I
more
give him
time.
guidance?
Are they over?
You can give guidance.
And are
I
they
would
over
say.
the mine
Freaking
right now?
Guidance.
Nice.
That is
Dang it.
a
D4.
D4.
And an action.
Isn't an action?
Yep.
To give guidance.
It is, yes. But that's a good action. Of guidance, though,
Okay.
adds
Well, but then
the D4.
Because
would-
we're not getting to
The-
the room on this turn, right?
Well,
You could on a success.
you don't need your action to grab it. Right?
What did
Okay,
you say the DC was?
25.
DC 25.
At least I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guidance
Because
is
we
better.
are in a red alert, high profile ship.
And you said sleight of hand.
Yes.
29.
Wow.
Woo!
Dude.
I'm thinking I don't think I can legally
Best
say
pilot in the
that.
galaxy.
You're not a
Fuck
fox.
me,
It was
right?
a
Say it.
19, a 2 on the D4, and then I have a plus
You can't
8 to
stop.
sleight of hand.
Dude.
You're
You
not a fox, but you can't
full
stop
on-
him.
Yeah.
It's a little scary, Tyler. Now that you know how well your mind is just conditioned to be a pilot, you feel all the controls going up. I know where my thrusters are. I know where all the shields are. I know how to duck and weave. I can bank like hell. Spitting through the ship, slamming around corners, up through terminals. Even if people are in the way, they have ducked out of the way, and the few that didn't, you up, over, around, side, the like 2 to 3 inch gaps necessary to avoid a person, you can make. You thread the needle through this ship as outside of Commander Vaal's personal quarters, you slam to a stop. Alice, you get the encoded Vulcan passcode lock. That is an object put in, sitting on a desk on the opposite corner is Robert the Terrible's brain matter.
Run and grab it.
You run in. I will be super mean though. You have used your action and the object interaction to put in the code. So
Wait, did you
on
use
your next turn,
guidance?
you will just Tyler wait your turn. You'll send down the river so that Alice can take an action or object interaction to grab, get on the ship, and
then
then go.
Okay.
So you are in the ship. That makes Alice at the end of your turn. Ghiberti and Azrael. Firefights going on like hell outside. Ghiberti's going to have to make another check just to not get hit.
Does he want anything to that?
You might need to because that was a
Bardic!
natural 2 on the die.
Ooh.
D6. Why can't I be level 6?
1 for a combined total of 6. As I rolled a 1,
That's better than
2,
5.
and he adds 3 with the ship stats. I will need a DC 20 acrobatics check from the 3 of you on board
At advantage with the seatbelts.
the trader. At advantage with seatbelts.
DC what?
20.
Natural 20.
You are
You're the one who
locked and
doesn't
loaded,
need
Aaron.
it. Oh, wait, I should probably roll my Larry dice.
What acrobatics? Yeah.
23.
23.
What was it?
Still
An
a
acrobatics
fact
check?
check.
or-
Oh, excuse me. This is dexterity saving throw, so you can add your saving throw
Still a
proficiency.
natural
Oh, wait, it's a
20.
saving throw?
It's a saving throw.
That's
Well,
worse
because
for me,
it's
but
there
natural 20.
is a little bit
The
of
my
damage that might be
acrobatics
coming out.
modifier is incorrect.
That is a natural 13 with a
No, I
16.
didn't.
16. Ooh. So, doesn't
Oh wait, I get advantage, right?
You
yeah,
get
yeah,
advantage.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
in the
Okay.
seatbelt.
Yeah, I'll take that. 16. Yeah.
16. All right.
Hey,
So, unfortunately,
wait,
it
could
doesn't pass,
I-
but
Did I? Oh wait, no, I already used my bonus action
you
on
did.
Bardic. Could I use
And
my
I was saying, like,
action? Ah, dang it.
unfortunately, I won't allow that.
Yeah, 3.
Here we go. So, there's a bit of damage coming in, just because this ship, even with shields, it is taking a beating. That is going to be. Oh, excuse me. I rolled 2d6.
Is there a way we can access ship stats or?
I can start giving you guys those stats here in just a
Okay.
second.
All right, sounds good. sounds
What you would need to know, Nemorum, you will take the full 7 points of kinetic damage as you get thrown kind of to the side. Aaron, on that 20, you completely evade it. Lawrence, it'll just have from 7 to 3 points of kinetic damage.
Learned that one from
As-
Tyler.
you just kind of like lean
Also-
into
What about
hit
Tyler?
the.
Also, I want to.
You're back?
I have a 120 temporary hit points.
You do.
So
You
yeah,
what?
I get 120 temporary hit points
You
from
got-
this.
It's a busted armor
It is-
set.
What are
Well,
you
what-
wearing?
I'm
Gucci?
literally wearing the best of the best.
Dude is wearing
Sean,
Gucci,
Sean,
Louis
come
Vuitton,
on,
and
right
like.
there.
I mean, it looks like Gucci because
Um,
how fancy it is.
The ship takes a little bit. You hear Gilberti, we're having a really rough time. Everyone just hang on. As energy cannons, the mere presence of them hitting the confidence is enough to
Oh,
send
it's just like-
shock waves.
Oh,
As
gosh.
that's what Gibirchi's trying to do. Is they of course are trying to be close enough to whatever you guys need them to do,
Yeah.
but avoiding the lasers is easy. It's just the shock waves that are just
Yeah.
being rippled out through.
If
off the
that's how
confidence.
they affect this ship,
Inside of the other.
how'd they affect the Lazy Susan?
Yeah, the lazy Susan better.
I think I need to get over there.
Well, I'll tell you in a second what's happened to them. They have yet to get to the ship, unfortunately, because they had to go transport room down. They had a long way around.
Yeah.
That brings us to top of the order. Here we go. As the traitor runs in around, Aaron, Lawrence, Nemorum. You guys are aboard the traitor. I'm going to give you some ship stats real quick. Unfortunately, these are not in a fancy
That
doc.
is
I've yet
fine,
to...
honestly.
Okay. Anything?
The important thing to note is that your ship currently has a strength score of 20, but a dexterity of 12, constitution of 16, an intelligence of 6, a wisdom of 6, and a charisma of 6. This ship is hella good at sneaking around, at shooting its way through,
I could
has like no other good buffs to what we would call astrogation, data, probing, scanning, interfering, swindling. Like it can boost and ram and patch.
That's
Yeah,
bad. Yeah.
That's what this ship was built for. So what you would know is on your weapons, of course, to fire with the added proficiency bonus, you have a +8 to any of the weapons firing. What I would ask for the two in the weapon cockpits right now, you have the possibility, if you choose, to start firing against some of the confidence ships. Or Constitution class ships, not the confidence. The Whirlpool right now is the ship closest to you that was currently on the starboard side where you guys just kind of all popped out. And it looks not terribly beat up. You notice the confidence has directed all fire and is engaging the primary ship that what you would know is where Admiral Stansfield and the rest are on.
I don't think we
Okay,
should make
so
ourselves known.
This is what. So how about we do this? We don't shoot. We make our way, grab that ship, and if we need to, we will fight.
Both the Millennium Falcon and
Because
That's what I mean. Yeah. Like, get as long as your people are on and they get out,
and
we
Millennium
can do
Falcon.
whatever.
Cool. So we're gonna have to
It's a
tell the
whole action
custodians that we're
fight.
picking up
Yeah.
2 ships instead of 1.
It's more
I
just
mean,
like
yeah.
if you guys want to hold actions to fire just in case something
Yeah.
gets close.
Yeah. If something
Let
like
them
that,
get-
if we're detected, guns out.
Book it. Suns out, guns
I
out.
I like that
Uh,
idea. Hold
yeah.
action so that way we can get the Lazy Susan out of there and the Millennium Falcon.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, here we go. Holding that
Part about a
action.
cloaking device, so yeah.
Cloaking device is still up. It is kind. Oh, excuse me. This is actually important. Point out.
I think
The
back
cloaking
up,
device
back up,
isn't
sir.
like a usual
Yeah.
invisibility spell. You don't have to worry about.
it's mostly
If
just
we
a
fire,
skill
we
thing.
drop it. It's more to the effect of if you are cloaked and you fire, take actions or aggression or cast spells or do stuff
Traditional
through.
invisibility.
The opposing ships get to make a perception check to beat the DC to realize like that's a cloaked ship.
Oh, it's more like
Is it-
past that and
it's
tracing
more like a
stuff.
scanner culling thing.
Exactly.
Like we're still visible if you look out
if
the
you
window.
look, and so by
It's
shooting,
me
it
and
makes
a
it
stealth.
really easy. So it prompts their check of they might see you.
Yeah, because their targeting systems can't see us, and it's just like
So-
wait a minute, what?
I like a flea on the back. Just don't
Tyler.
Don't be seen. Don't be seen.
That is
me.
you. Alice,
Don't-
easy enough. Object interaction. You grab the brain, run back in the transport shuttle.
Let's go. Let's go.
This is a DC 25 check on the way out.
Can I give him the action again?
The guidance.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
Here we go.
Let's see what you got, man.
I'm so sorry, August. I'm just adding something up on my character sheet
Like,
because I
Oh no, I thought you were saying, I'm so sorry, I'm just adding up above 30.
No,
I'm
no,
like,
no, no. What am I supposed to roll right now?
45
A sleight of
August.
hand.
Sleight
Sleight
of
of
hand.
hand. You just, it's
With anything?
Ignoram.
With the D4.
D4 as
D4.
well. All the same stuff as last
Would it
time.
be crazy if it was anything? I add another D20.
Added this roll one.
And what's the DC on that one?
DC 25.
Ooh. I'm gonna use my Defiant.
Okay. Fine's good choice.
I'm not looking.
I'm not gonna look either. Oh yeah, it's not.
It's a 23 total.
23. So close. Right before the end, you blast through almost everything again. It's easy. A lot of people are, of course, either at their stations, hallways clear. Right before the exit to the transport, 2 other small transport ships inside your hangar bay ignite and get ready to blast off, and you have to pull just at the last second, so you're just at the gate, so to speak, at the launch door.
Honestly,
Alright.
But
that is
2
good
other
enough.
ships,
That
it's
is
that
good enough.
traffic.
And that
of-
also means the Lazy Susan, because has been
Lazy-
spending this
very
time, they're
close.
both y'all are ready to book it out and we can ditch.
I'm actually about to make the last check. They have a much easier check. For them, it was just a lot of running. You watch out of the judgment. Small door opens.
Have you
Little
told-
space yacht comes out. Does not have cloaking, so you watch as they're going to immediately hail you on your personal pad, Lawrence. Right, we got ourselves on the ship. Are we
Good.
ready to go?
He
Okay,
pulls out a flip
you need to tell
phone.
them. Yes, it's a flip phone.
Hello?
Also, let the custodians know that there's actually 2 more people that. Wait, are they coming with us or are they coming later?
We prefer the term mercenaries these days.
Mercenaries, cool. Do we let them?
Like, are we talking about them or your guys?
Them.
We know we gotta take the Millennium Falcon, but does the Lazy Susan follow with us or behind?
It honestly would be better if they just book it out. Like
Like,
that's just my thinking.
we're
That's
going
just my
Yeah,
thinking.
just
dangerous
get him-
territory.
Cool.
Going
Like,
into
we are-
dangerous
like,
territory.
once
They need
again,
to just go
I'm not
home.
gonna
Huh?
include them if they don't know anything.
Hit the
about
gas.
this, you know?
Get out of here. We'll reconvene.
Right.
Hide.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
We'll head back to Fallujah. I've been meaning to stock up.
Make sure nobody follows you.
Hey, Lawrence. Hey, Lawrence.
Yeah,
Don't die, buddy.
I'll do what I can.
All right.
Tell him he smells like
We'll
grape juice.
reconvene there if I can make it.
All right. Let's do the ship thingy.
Okay.
The Lazy Susan jumps.
All right.
I've got a date with my old home planet later.
All right.
Lawrence, here we go. Aaron, Lawrence, and the more.
Feels weird to go back
At
home.
this, here we go. There's a quick check for Ghiberti to just avoid again. Totally fine on a natural 19 on the die roll, let alone the buffs. Ghiberti just, hell yeah, all right. So we just need one more ship. Zipping in and through. At one point, cork spiraling around an incoming ion beam. Zips over just like, right, where's your friends? We're ready to go, Namorum.
Hangar Bay of the
Where are you
USS
located?
Confidence.
Like, I'm gonna where are you located now?
The Millennium Falcon's just about to leave.
2 other transport shuttles burst out of the door, the ones before you. Azure just, is that them?
No.
that is
Right. So,
Our ship is painted like the Millennium Falcon.
Holding actions-
100%.
Yes.
I will say
so
though,
it's just gray.
I will do a loop.
we
so
did
you
our
know
paint
it's
job
me.
just like the Millennium Falcon, just like a slightly different shade.
No,
of
we
gray.
painted it like a Wookiee.
It's got a little Wookiee on the side.
You can have decal.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's got a Wookiee and then it has a symbol of the Galactic Empire.
Yes!
Yes.
The Empire.
The Empire.
Empire!
The Empire.
Well, you're going to summon.
Full on octagon cross. And you watch. This does start
Excellent.
round 4
When gun hits the fan.
because you guys are holding guns. You watch as there's a brief hold on the battlefield. All of the initial ion that Ghiberti and Azra were having to evade has suddenly stopped for half a second from the 2 opposing Constitution class ships. You see Azra. Something is different. What is happening? The ships slowly turn and destroy the 3rd Constitution class ship.
I'm just gonna tell Gilbert to just get to the other ship.
Don't have to tell me fucking twice! As one of the ships explodes in fire and rubble. Tyler, that's you. It's a DC 10. I don't think you can fail at this point.
No, I've got a 25 on this one.
Now.
You could have done it. It's just other people. You burst out. Gibirti,
There
all
it is.
right.
Great ship.
Listen. He immediately hails you guys. Tyler announced you get that little pop-up message from an unidentified number, I would say, but you have a really good idea who it is.
No. Anytime an unidentified number calls, there's one exact line
We're
you
here to
gotta
talk to
say.
you about
Texas
Sure.
formation, you
Yeah.
kill him, we
I
grow
can
him.
say it on camera.
Pops up, you see Gibirti.
Scammers hang up.
Once they answer our call, we'll be able to jump in. We got a safe
Okay, I'm
spot
just
pretty
gonna
close
call,
to here.
just answer the call.
No, I'm answering the call.
Okay. Because it's just like
This is Gibirti. Listen, are you guys friends of Nemorum?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we're sending over coordinates right now. Here we go. This is an easy astrogation check because you are not jumping anything higher than warp 5,
Okay.
which of course your ship can't do anyway. But this is a warp 2. You're going to need to make an astrogation check with the Millennium Falcon or transport shuttle. Here's what you need to do. With your current astrogation, you only have a +1.
Okay.
But you just need to beat a DC 12.
Okay.
Okay. We say that
Simple
now
enough.
that we roll low.
Shut up.
Just, yeah.
What's your
I got an 11. +1, it's a 12.
Oh, you immediately realize, I have
see
never
what
done
I
this
mean.
before. This better work.
It did.
It did. They're making that, yeah, they succeed easily. Is that, yeah, 17 for them.
Does
They
everyone know
punch
who the
in.
traitor is, by the way, in this group?
Nope.
Wait. Oh, that's
Not the ship.
Yeah.
I did that on purpose just to cause chaos.
But you no.
I'm still
Jumping.
in all this and I don't know if I can face my dad again.
Out of time and space, light shuttles. As you are both the Millennium Falcon and the Traitor in a tight warp tunnel, at which point Gibirti stops. Whew. Hell yeah! Bring it in! Immediately gets out of his
I
captain's
immediately
chair.
pull out my misericordia blade and up to his throat. It's like, don't even
Oh,
try it.
come on, Morum. Get the stick out of your ass and give me a hug.
I'm just sitting here like a
Give him a
cucumber.
hug!
You see,
We're just the best friends.
Azrael
staying over
comes
while-
up,
while
just
the
puts a
friends
hand on his
are
shoulder.
having a fight where it's like,
It is a pleasure to see you again, Nemorum. It's been many years. At which point, you guys can now see Gibirti, and you saw on the quick communicate, Gibirti looks vastly different. Whereas facial structure is same like Nemorum, Gibirti has dyed his hair a bright shock white
Let's go.
that goes down, that has streaks of blue that are
Woo!
braided down, kind of like a Witcher meets sci-fi-esque look.
Okay, that's
Oh,
sick.
yeah,
that's pretty sick.
Even though
Um,
I'm supposed to hit these characters. No, that's cool.
You're
though.
making them too cool.
Stop it!
You see, Gibirti also, important to note, Gibirti and Azrael, while having similar esque-looking armor, it has had zero upkeep probably for much time. So you see, whereas Gibirti has like still the chest plate and greaves, his arms are just open, rippling muscle. There's like nothing on down to a gauntlet. Azrael has, of course, bracers, greaves, but you see his chest plate is open. He kind of has what we would consider that open captain tunic on right now, almost no weaponry, but instead it looks like he has a lot of like data packs like on him for like quick stuff, and you realize like what we would see in the real world, a lot of like jailbroken phone stuff, like quick stuff to be like, hey, I've got a data pad to plug into something that could get me into anywhere. As Azrael puts a hand on Locke's I just, Nemorum, I'm glad that you answered our call. I, of course, know you have many questions, but in due time we hope to answer them.
I expect so.
I am Azrael, formerly of the Imperium, and this is my partner, Gibirti. You see Gibirti, what's up, fuckers? And gives both you guys hugs. Kind of crunching.
You popped his pen in your back. You've been asking me to do that for decades, I've never been able to lift you.
As Azrael,
You theoretically.
we received communique all too late that we could be of assistance in the fight we just escaped from. Not to give too much information, but we are currently heading to our, well, I guess you could call it a safe house. You see, at this point, Gibirti kind of takes up the narrative. Yeah, we've been out for a long time, and so we had to kind of make do. But I'm telling you, this planetoid is hella safe. Checked it myself top to bottom. Closest we ever really get is an occasional Romulan probe that comes through. But I've rigged up a couple explosives that take him out and make it look like an accident.
Cool.
As warp tunnels through, they patch into the Millennium Falcon so that you can all talk.
Floof, stop stabbing things!
Does Flip sound like R2D2?
Yes.
Constantly swearing?
But no one speaks Floof, unfortunately. No one speaks Tribble.
Wait, can I learn it?
It is a possibility. Learning languages in D&D does take time, though. But I could say
What
you
if
can
we have
start.
spells that let
Yes!
us learn languages?
Oh yeah, comprehend languages. It's an animal.
It's
What I would say is,
I could learn
as they patch in, all of you hear just the general like buzz come in, that kind of like staticky. You've all gotten really used to it. Starfleet, everything's crisp, HD, great processing. You can obviously tell these dudes have had to make do with what they
it
got.
hurts my ears.
I'm used to the occasional dial-up on Lazy Susan.
Yeah, right. Patch in, Gibirti talking to you guys. All right, we should be there in just over about an hour, so everyone strap in.
Where exactly, sir?
Well, our own little personal home away from home.
I see. Are you aware of the plant life, the other...
Oh, right. Definitely not hospitable topside, but once we land, it's got full rig, life support, artificial gravity on the inside. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Does the Millennium have a sound system?
It does actually.
Okay, I'm gonna pump some metallic and go to sleep for the hour.
Awesome. I'm gonna make a quick check.
But there's no sound in space.
Azrael is going to start up that bit of conversation. You can, of course, go to sleep. Everything is already
I would
locked
like
and
to do
loaded.
something, actually. I would like to
Oh.
start testing my DNA for anomalies.
Oh, okay, go for it. Go ahead and make me a medicine check. Azrael turns to you guys. To give a very brief synopsis of our time, Gibirti and I were, when we left the Imperium, we quickly found our plantoids and found work as mercenaries. Maybe I should start further back. When we left the Imperium, there was much. Let me start even further. What do you know of the Imperium?
Well,
Y'all seem like a religion, but you're not religious.
Oh, it's definitely a religion.
Actually, I think I want to be awake for this conversation.
Yeah, it's kind of.
You said Imperial.
So what?
sorry. What?
I would summon.
We,
Wait, so we can hear
honestly,
this
I know
conversation?
very
Did
little.
passion.
I'm not like an idiot. Everything has been happening so quickly around me, and
there
I'm
anything-
well out of the loop.
You see Gibirti.
Any-
Oh yeah,
If
brother.
they're anything like Nemorum, if they're anything like
The Morons just give me like.
well, if they're anything like Nemorum, they're trustworthy, proud, and honorable individuals.
You see,
Any other shit?
Azrael smiled just. If the entire Imperium were like Nemorum, we would not be here. Nemorum is one of the best, but unfortunately, we learned long ago that that is not the case. Many centuries ago, I and Gibirti were assigned partnership in reconnaissance from the Emperor. Our goals, of course, were to start traversing the galaxy and to find examples of hospitable locale for further Imperial outposts and growth. Things have gotten a little tight in our sector, so to speak, and need a bit of breathing room. What troubled me when we got this assignment was that the Emperor gave us specific coordinates to start investigating. We were not told why, simply that in his divine wisdom he had seen fit to understand the cosmos and know where we should go. This is when we discovered what you humans call Earth. We've heard of Earth, we've heard of the story and legend of where our Emperor comes from, but we were the first contact there. This boded ill for me ever since. See, Gabirti kind of speaks up. Yeah, why the fuck would he send us there? Like, I just think you gotta go there. But, suddenly, we find something.
Well,
Stank to high hell.
I mean, considering the fact that he's probably a genetic modification from the 21st century, it makes sense.
You see Azure, so you know.
Considering
I know
the fact
a
my
lot.
dad probably
What
made
the
it.
frick did I miss? I just went through a journey of life and self-acceptance, and y'all were out here finding out clones?
I
He's a clone.
apologize.
I got
I'm
screwed
probably
over
a
by an
clone. He's
eldritch
also
god,
probably a
okay?
clone.
What the f...
See, Azrael's, many of us are genetically modified here.
Probably including
Since our
us.
encounter with the Federation, I began investigating, and it wasn't long before I found, or shall I say, didn't find, much about our Emperor. So I took missions. Nemorum, you would know how I was rarely planet-side. Most of my assignments that I volunteered for took me away from the Imperium, where I could start to learn. Outside the bounds of both our Imperium, your Federation, Cleon Empire, or Romulan, I found much about what I thought I knew. And it became clear that our Emperor, though claiming to be from Earth, was brought there. That once he was birthed upon the Earth, that something took him. Since then, I confided in Gabirti, and we have left. At this point, you see Azrael kind of stops, and Gabirti kind of leans forward. When we were going through, most of our troubles came from the fact that why would the Emperor hide this from us? And in simple, sounds like he's taking orders too.
Mhm.
Whatever's going on in the Imperium, what I've seen my brothers die for, all seem to be nothing but patsy shit. That we were fighting and killing for thousands upon thousands of years, all to just look the part. From what Azrael dug up, we were nothing but puppets. Something the Emperor wanted so that he could be ready for some big old intergalactic war. Now listen, we're not perfect in our knowledge. We don't understand everything, but it does sound like the Emperor and the Imperium and the wars raged were all under one goal. Lock us into enough of an ultimate war until something could come along and give us a bigger cause.
The
Some,
other emperor. My
or
uncle.
a federation. Azrael kind of then looks up. You see at this point, he's gone down, sat in a chair, and he started kind of like fiddling. I don't say it's very weird to watch someone that looks like Nemorum fiddle, right? Like Nemorum's not the kind to like mess with things, but Azrael is like messing with wires, unplugging, plugging back in, even starting to like build what looks like a gun, disassemble. Looks up. We couldn't risk other Imperium who may have known this. To which I apologize, Nemorum, for not filling you in sooner upon our found intelligence. Mostly we feared that if we told the wrong person, either they would not believe us and kill us, not believe us, tell the Emperor and kill us, not believe us, then believe us, but then the Emperor would find out and kill us. Most of this ended with us dying. So we left. We've been looking for a way to investigate the Imperium ever since, but being former guard, it is hard for us to even approach Imperial space without interference. See Gibirti, king, fucking steel. Got a surgery implants a while back. Technically, we're not pure anymore, but for the most part, it keeps the Emperor right out of our heads. But if we get too close to the Imperium, we're fucked. He can just sneasel his way in there, and man, does it hurt. I tried once to go back for one of my favorite guns. I miss that shit. You see, Gibirti almost breaks in this, like, emotional state, and Azrael kind of puts a hand. It's alright.
Meanwhile, in the background.
Azrael Stan, we've been looking for information about the Empire ever since, but to the best of our knowledge, it is kept hidden in places we either had neither power nor information. The best we can say is we understood enough that someone in your federation was working with our Emperor. And of course that leads us to 2 cycles ago. Pulls up just like a text document, it looks like on a screen. Time and coordinate of the USS Confidence, where it would be in relation to Yorktown, exact locale and specifications of weapons and shields of all the Constitution class ships, and the correct psychic frequency to contact Nemorum. As far as we understand, we were skeptical of this at first, but we knew if this was a chance to speak with any of our brethren inside the Federation, we had to take it.
Understandable.
Who sent the message?
We don't know. Gibirti speaks up, having composed himself. Came in deep space frequency, pinging off, thousands of different satellites and planets. It would take us a century to backtrace it.
I think I know. My uncle. What was he called again previously?
Hank Noble.
Hank Noble.
Admiral Noble.
What is his true name?
His true name would be Cade Hank Amadeus Noble. Or Khan.
I was gone for
Have you
this!
heard of Khan?
Both of the Imperium.
Did you not watch the stream?
We have heard.
Admiral
sounds like-
Hank Noble, otherwise known as Khan,
is
is looking to build his own empire. I believe he's the one in charge of giving your emperor his commands. I think he's the reason that my brother and I even exist. He called us his favorites, which makes me a little nervous as to what he's done.
I've heard of Khan. In our findings and research, this provides much intel for us. We have looked into other Primarchs, creatures like the Emperor, but the Emperor being the first. We knew of his name, not that this was the one we were looking for. To the best of our knowledge, the Emperor has killed any other Primarchs.
Besides Khan and Tyler, but
They kind of look through them on, but he is so small.
small.
Sash
means
doesn't mean
nimble.
everything.
And just this small
He
keywords.
was the first.
Tyler is the first successful one that didn't go rogue. Tyler is, in all essence, the perfect genetic makeup.
See, Azrael salutes you. Gibirti flips you off, but both speak the exact same word. Hail Primarch! It is fascinating. We have been looking for any trail of Primarch, as we'd hoped that even one alive could lead us to information about the Emperor. Do you have information?
Some.
Maybe. I just don't know how to get that information.
Azrael looks confused and Gibirti looks
We've
lost.
been digging through his mind. It's a little complicated. His mind's very complex and kind of annoying, but
One would assume. Yeah, the Emperor is, let alone ancient, when you live that long or have a mind like that, there's gonna be secrets locked in and you're not gonna find for a while.
Unless you give them to me and I just blast through it, but you know.
I don't think we should cut open his head.
I don't need to cut open his head.
I know.
I am not into getting my head cut open.
I'm not
Exactly.
gonna
I could cut your head open really
Look,
easily.
if you
though.
touch me, you die.
Oh, you
Oh,
mean the
no, fair
physical
enough.
way.
Alright, you got it, P.
You got it, P. I love it.
It's Primarch. He's P.
That's
That's what I've been calling him in my notes. You see Azrael kind of rolls his eyes. I call them Primarchs. Hey, listen, we live in a galaxy of hyphens, man. I'm telling you, the shit is long. Listen, you call it a thingy, you call it by its first initial, or you just go, Gets the job done.
Fine
That's
by
the
me.
first thing you've said that's made sense.
What was that?
Were their deaths confirmed?
That's the
Gibberti
truth.
kind of nods. You see Azrael. To our understanding, we truly have been living in a false reality. What we considered other Primarchs or other enemies, it all just led back to the Emperor. Everything that we thought we knew was false. We thought, perhaps, if one Primarch was found off of the Imperium space somewhere out there, but we believe they vanished long ago. To which
Vanished.
you guys kind of also know some of this. If Primarchs are to be referred to the superhumans that Khan was born with, you know the Emperor was made, immediately started zealously gathering followers, and they sent him off, and were like, okay, we gotta fix this. Khan was one of a few. What Gibberti and Azrael could show you is that is not... the numbers don't match up, though. Khan had about what we would call 10 other siblings, if we're being generous, or a solid 10. Most of those that were with him either died before the cryosleep, died after awakened during the first interaction with Federation. According to what we would call Imperial lore, if we bring it 4K,
The
there's
18
like
Mars.
18.
Yeah.
So the numbers are not consistent. It's the equivalent of, well, where'd the other 8 come from, or was there 8 to begin with, or
Just count as one
are
of
there the
these.
same, right? Like, what's
Because-
going on?
Because if we really want to go that deep, there were originally 20, but
Exactly.
2 are now unknown. We just go with the 18. So.
Hey, one of the unknown. There we go.
Oh,
Well,
he's one of the unknowns.
We fixed it.
Canon! It's canon!
Well, it's like,
I
it's
will
that
never
equivalent
look
of
at
there's
Warhammer 4K the same way again. I love it.
you're kind of starting to realize why Azrael and Gibberti say like they hit some brick walls, because even for them it's when you can't find information, you can't even get close to the Imperium, and how you're supposed to look for unknown and variables. It's rough to investigate something that you have no way of accessing. At this point, I will say time has started going through. What'd you get on your earlier medicine
That was
check?
a natural 20 plus 8.
Dude!
Yeah, funny question. Do you want to try to get that above a 30?
Yes, please.
Roll a Bardic.
Have we short rested
D6.
over this time?
Yes, this
And
is
we added Defiance.
Oh!
Add what?
Oh.
And I bet if Tyler was to add his 2,
Nine?
we could.
Yeah, add another.
29?
Add 2 d4s.
Yeah, one from me, one from him.
30, 31, 32, 33, 34.
34.
Was there any, like, of my brother's hair on me, too, that I could test with that?
on a 34. Was their brother's hair? You have like all the blood samples. I'll say. Like, what do you do on a 34?
So they're like, hey, would you like it?
Like, what sample do you not want? Baby teeth, hair, spit, blood.
You're the crazy sister. You've been collecting this our whole lives.
Oh,
That's
okay.
true. I have a photo album with your baby
Chat
teeth
wants
in
to
it.
remind you that guidance is not limited to others. You can
That's true. You want to add
guidance
another
yourself.
D4?
Guidance yourself.
We're at 34, 35,
Yeah.
36, 37.
37!
Oh my
Is there
gosh.
any way we can get this to a 40?
If we get you 40, I'm just gonna let you go through my computer. Just like, all right, here's the campaign.
What do you got, DeVore?
Who else has guidance? Do you have guidance?
I have guidance.
Well, because you already did Bard.
Well,
Exactly.
Bardic's
and,
a
like,
bonus action.
You already know.
Bardic's a
natural-
bonus action. Guidance is an action. Roll another d4.
Motherfuckers.
Where are we at? 37?
37.
Yeah.
38, 39, 40.
Jeez.
What's on the computer?
Shenanery. That's going in the notes.
Here's what I'm gonna say. This is where we're gonna take our break for today while I just start pulling up documents. So we'll be back in a bit. Mother, jeez. And we are back. Thank you, those that wait through the
Thank
break.
you back.
On
Are you ready?
a 40, Alice, you dive into your genetic coding. And you're going to find a ton of stuff. People have said for generations, scientists in our world, genetic markers and coding are the true history books of the world. You can learn so much in science from genetic makeup. When you start looking, Alice, into genetic code, you, I will say, realize you are about to find a tidal wave. Because, as we know, on a 40, you're getting everything. So you're going to parse through.
Okay.
The first thing you find, of course, is your genetic coding.
Mm-hmm.
Everything involved with you makes you who you are. That includes the symbiote. As parts of your genetic makeup, as we know, not all Trill have symbiote. Your physical structure is made to house the symbiote, to repair cells around, to repair you, to keep your mind shielded from otherwise harmful psionic blasts, right? Everything involved in your life is in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
To start simply, as one would, you and Aaron Shaw are twins.
Okay.
That was always to be known. Your parents are Rick or Richard Shaw and Lela Shaw. Everything in this is, shall we say, up to code, common knowledge. There's no surprises. On a 40, you start digging in.
Yep.
The information you start to find reveals itself almost like Tyler's, where you start noticing what any scientist who has the literal most brilliant mind with a 40 that you could realize. There was changes to your DNA at one point in your life. On a 40, with a natural 20, it's the base, you realize that is the same for you and Aaron. You are not in any way a genetically perfect replica, but rather you have had genetic changes through the years, probably up until one could consider your 6th Earth birthday, so about 6 Earth cycles. Everything involved with your DNA has been altered in the slightest ways to give you advantages. Alice, you know that while your Trill is all you, the symbiote you are all similar, subtle changes in your DNA are what make it possible for you to be as psychically in tune, shall we say. Aaron is already a naturally smart, athletic, Starfleet ready commander, but whose mind has been subtly changed and altered to have an increase for initiative, dexterity, sharp skill, quick thinking that not a lot of people have naturally. As you start parsing through DNA, there is more still yet to come. Your DNA strands are binding and twisting themselves in a way that through some of the coding, the realization you will come to is you are not aging the same way as most others right now. In no way does this make you immortal, as your cells still, of course, regenerate themselves, die off natural processes. Rather, they do so at nigh 100th of the speed of normal cells. that even with the worst possible lifestyle, what one would consider heavy drinking and smoking, drugs that affect both body, mind, and spirit, you would still outlive any other normal human being by what we would call a good 2-generation gap. So in perspective, close to 300 years at a bad lifestyle of just pure destruction.
That's bad.
That's bad.
That's like actively killing yourself.
Actively killing yourself.
Jeez.
Meaning, as you can see, if one were to take care of themselves, body, mind, spirit, there is a bit of a indefinite number on the other end.
So you legit could be a god.
Ah!
Bro. You are the Tiger Lily in this campaign. What the frick?
But
Yes.
what you will find on a 40 is more than just the genetic code and more than just the changes. I'm going to give you what we will call the signature or fingerprint of what has been done to you.
By who? Like, as in who did it?
Who? Everything has been done methodically. There is in no way, shape, or form any part of the genetic sequencing that seems random.
It's not a mutation.
It's not a mutation, nor is this something that someone has gone through and added. What we would call like a modified computer where someone keeps going in and putting in different parts or taking out. Everything that has been changed has been done so chronologically and systematically to form you two. You are not in any way clones, of course, but you are human beings that were both born to your mother Lela and your father Rick, grown, but while growing, the word that one could use is external embryos. That until you were 6, you were still being given these necessary changes, like a child in a womb would have been. Everything
Because
has
we age slower.
everything has been slowly put in to make sure that you aged correctly, as would with peers, but now is in a perfect plateau where, to give another number to this, you could be mid-20s for the next millennium safely. Your body does not regenerate, though, on higher scales.
Okay.
As in, any death or disfigurement will still affect your body as anyone would.
Yeah.
Which, I will say on a 40, you've yet to check, Tyler might not be the same in that regard. Having been created by Nakul, your father may have put in more of the, what we would consider Primarch Khan-esque blood, where you might regenerate faster than normal.
I'm gonna
Not
check
noticeable.
on that.
He's just Wolverine now.
All
I'm
right.
not gonna cut off his finger, but I might pull a fingernail and see how fast it regenerates.
We have just hit about the
Oh.
DC 30 level
we
of
still have-
information.
We still have 10 DCs more.
There's still more stuff.
There's still more.
What the?
we did roll a
We don't know who did this.
Who
You
did
it.
Who
this?
did
You-
the effort?
You have seen the genetic markings of Nakul Grey in Tyler.
Mhm.
This is not it.
Okay.
For better or for worse.
Whew, we don't have the same genetic creator.
Everything in here, though, points to one individual, and that is Khan. Your father and mother are wonderful people. Your mother's highly intelligent, your father's one of the best minds in the galaxy, and yet they could not achieve this level of unearthly perfection. The genetic markers will spell out this for you. As one would note, genetic markers are made up of about, well, 4 letters, but that becomes 6. On a DC 40, you are going to notice a code.
Okay. Give it to me slowly.
Every so often, you look for what we're going to call the anachronism of a human body. A genetic marker that is saying age slower, or be faster, or be smarter. When you realize this, and you realize the chronological placement of these, you are going to recognize that just like something writing in binary, when the genetic marker, what we call G and A, are used, it creates a pattern of 1s and 0s. Are you ready for the message?
Yes, I am.
Alice, this is your Uncle Hank. I know you are smart enough to find this.
What the frick?
Smart. And sorry, I'm a slow rider to find this.
I love how you could just see everyone in the room, just like
After this, it's continues.
Okay.
Have no fear.
I have a lot.
My gifts are freely given, and as I know your intelligence suggests, there is nothing within either you or Aaron that would ever cause you harm.
Mutants.
The final message will read as thus.
Okay.
As you read this, aboard the traitor, understand that I will greet you soon.
She's on the Millennium Falcon right now.
Please hear me out when we meet. The last of this message is a quote.
Oh, I'm not reading that.
Sorry.
The quote you can look up.
Okay.
The world is full of obvious things which nobody by any chance ever observes. This was said by one literary character, Sherlock Holmes, or rather by one Arthur Conan Doyle, an author who you both know your Uncle Hank rather loved. And from that nat 20 into a 40, I will give you just a little bit more. Your Uncle Hank has always loved quoting old books. In fact, one of the things he said, I try all things, I achieve what I can, comes from a book called Moby Dick, which according to Starfleet records is a book that Khan quoted regularly.
It was always there.
I've been saying this since episode 1.
It was always there. I'm going to relay all this information to Aaron through his mind.
What ship are you aboard?
I'm just getting ready to.
Alice
settle down
is
for a
currently aboard the Millennium Falcon, Transport 92.
Cool. So I'm going to sit there, I'm going to give all of this information, including that DNA sequence and the message, in his brain.
You good, man?
And then I'm going to look at the captain of that ship, and I'm going to tell him, Khan will meet us there. Do not panic, do not fire, do not say anything. I will speak to him directly. If something goes wrong, you will hear the number 31 in your head. That is when you know to fire.
Gibirti pauses. Alright. Looks at Namorum. Looks back at his own controls. What?
Just do as she says.
knows just what she says. He knows.
Yeah.
As
Like, of all the information we just got from your freaking checks, like, you know, like, holy crap.
I'm going to give you something right now.
Okay.
If you would like to do a quick insight check, Aaron can as well, because you now know, an insight check on the message inside your DNA.
Oh.
Hey, question.
19.
Would you like a guidance on that? See if you can get it above a 20?
I will say guidance cannot work because only they know the message right now.
Fair enough.
What if I have guidance?
Oh yes, you can guidance one or both of you,
I
or
will
no,
guide-
just
I will
one or either.
guidance my brother.
Okay.
22.
So this is insight.
Inside.
Oh, that's 24.
Both of you beat a DC 20.
Nice.
There is
crap.
something in the message that already was spoken out loud that all of you would realize. Alice Shaw is not aboard the traitor. Alice Shaw is currently aboard the Millennium Falcon. This DNA sequencing was put in 9 years after birth and throughout your life. Meaning one thing, Khan is not omniscient.
Khan is beatable.
That is a change. Something I couldn't have predicted, shall we say, when we started a session, of taking other ships. One ship, maybe two, but 3 different ships, with Alice being on board one.
You had a 1 in 3 chance.
Something that has already been theorized in group chats. Khan cannot plan for chaos.
And that's what we are.
Chaos is truly something impossible to plan for. I will let you do with that what you will, and I will give a
Everyone needs
physical...
to wear their shoes on their
There's
head.
going to be a 5-minute timer before we come out of warp at what you would, Bertie and Azrael call the bunker. This planetoid that they've... There's about 5 minutes before we jump. I will let you guys you can group discuss this, ask questions, make rolls, but you have about 5
May I
minutes.
text you something?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
the biggest thing I've been worrying about today was I finally figured out what my goal is in life, and I can finally go home and meet my parents, and now we're dealing with a non-omniscient, a being who can see everything but can't plan for everything.
That's why I say we throw at him the first thing that comes to our mind. If you say punch him in the nuts right then and there, do it. He's not going to expect that. He's going to expect calculated blows because we were trained that way. Forget your training. Just hit him.
Huh.
Screw protocol, screw training. All we're going to do is smack him with whatever and anything we have.
Shouldn't we at least try talking first?
Oh, I'm going to try talking to him first, but the moment I give the signal, go at him with... You could hit him in the head with an electric guitar. I don't care. Throw his head into a tuba. Start playing the banter. I don't know. Something. Start playing smooth jazz.
I will give you something.
Okay.
A synth 40.
How would you get a natural?
People are texting me!
I'm
A
so-
synth 40 on a nat 20 upwards is great. Chaos is one of these keys. I will not tell you the mechanic I have in mind for how to... I don't want to call it change the future.
Certain letter in the
But there is an actual thing I have written down that can stop Khan having advantage and precognitive knowledge. You are on the right path with chaos.
Okay.
You know, though, like, the equivalent of just, I'll wear a shoe on my head and start talking in Japanese and skipping, that's probably not
No,
going to stop.
That's not going
a
to stop
god.
him, but I'm just saying is like we don't
Like,
need to be... We need to start acting a little bit more out of the box. because that's, first of all, not going to be what he expects all the time, because we were trained to think inside a certain area.
Yeah.
When we think out of the box, it throws him off. It's not going to defeat him, but it's going to sure give us an advantage over his brain.
Tyler, would you make me a quick intelligence saving throw?
Oh no!
Anything we could do to
Tyler,
help?
what are you doing? You're driving the ship. Unless Puff, or not Puff, but Floof is.
Anything?
Not really.
Alright.
Oh, really?
Cool.
Okay.
You know what? Even the favorite
Oh,
dice.
but my speakers are down right now. I don't have to fix those.
Do you want me to bring them to you?
Yeah, if you want.
I'll take this one.
It's a sync 20.
A synthetic 20. Tyler, as you texted, now I'll kind of reveal because you've hit the checks. You had your interview with Hank Noble.
Oh!
And remember the face he made with Nakul Gray being your father. Tyler, up until that point, you know when Khan last was, shall we say, back in time talking to your dad, he had said, don't try to follow me to your dad. Like, you can't stop me. That memory that Alice helped dig through to find. Suddenly, there is someone that has been sent. I will give this on the synth 20. Khan didn't know you were coming.
You are the hero.
Dude,
The wild card.
You are the main character. I'm kidding. But in the sense,
You're
in
literally
the-
the Han.
Yeah.
No, you're just the Han Solo. Like, imagine
Well,
Anakin Skywalker,
just
right?
like-
He
like
is
the
his
Messiah.
ex, his two children,
As part
his old
of
mentor,
what-
his droid, his
So-
old friend from the Clone Wars shows up, and then there's Han Solo. Like, who is this guy?
With a Glock.
You were the guy.
Here's Han Solo. with the
Along
guy.
with what Shelby, the mechanic I have written down, you do play a part into that. Of you are something that was not in whatever precognitive sense that Khan had.
He thought he had fully intimidated your dad.
And he had no idea of my existence
No
until a
idea.
certain point.
Until right before he got in the ship and he went,
Shoot.
your father was Nakul Drum? Or Nakul Gray? Legally brothers, if we were to be in a weird way. He can't plan for you.
Especially if you were talking about the fact that you're the only other Prime besides him and the Emperor.
Left.
Left.
Right.
Who might be left.
The Emperor's working with Khan.
Yeah, we can't-
Oh
we
yeah, here's the
can't.
puppet.
And technically, I can't get help from that because
Oh, yeah, right,
I'm
'cause
now traitor to the Imperium.
Oh wait, that happened as well. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I disobeyed one of them.
Hey, welcome to Mi Familia.
Mika.
God.
Tyler,
Mi casa es
Welcome
su
to-
casa.
That's French for friend.
I'll let you ponder on that. But having it out, your suspicions that you texted, I will confirm those.
Okay.
It has been 5 minutes.
I
You see,
will text you something real quick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it just came.
you
How
better
do you
just.
feel?
All right, we're coming out of warp. I'm ready.
Alright.
So technically, I'm related to Khan and the Emperor. In certain ways.
Let's do this.
And technically to Borum, that's right.
The worm's like your nephew.
The bunker is surrounded by 2 Federation ships that are locked onto your position.
Just send a text.
Floof. Stay here.
That would require a ship action. I will let you know
Talk to-
it's not impossible, but the current ship that you guys are on
yeah,
is
we
not
he's
said
very
asked
well.
for me. I will
They've
talk
got
to him.
terrible intelligence stats, which is what you.
Oh,
want.
I was just assuming.
Why
I
would-
was wondering if it was
Yeah.
possible.
It is
Watch
possible.
Blue for me and don't
You would
let her
just
stab
well,
me
because
anymore.
it's not so much as a
Right,
live
put it in
recording.
my
It's
hand.
you're sending off something that would continue to ripple outwards.
Mm-hmm.
You immediately hailed, but they are hailing only the traitor, not the Millennium Falcon.
throw a monkey wrench to
Shall
the
I be the face?
No.
Or do we throw a monkey
He's
wrench?
asked
Oh,
for me. I
Wait,
want to do it.
how close is it?
Or
Well, but you're not aboard.
No.
Right.
How
So-
close
You're
are both the
we
ships?
throw a monkey wrench to the
Oh,
plans.
right now,
Of all the
one
people
ship
aboard
No,
the
is...
no,
ship.
like
We've got
the
the
trader
majority
and the
Oh,
are-
Trainer, you guys are about like
Sorry.
60 feet
We
away.
got one
Okay,
cube and one cucumber.
You fine with this? I'm gonna teleport you and back and forth to the ship.
Yeah,
Is that
go
it?
for it.
So,
Well, we just put Floof on the thing, and Floof's the one.
you see, Hubert just... Right, about to answer it.
I'm here. Okay, I'm here.
Yeah, you're here.
Shoot.
Who is it?
It is Admiral Noble.
Hello, Con. Hello, Uncle.
Don't worry, you can call me whatever you like. I'm the only sentient creature aboard either of these ships. Besides my new projects. It is good to see you both. Nothing caused me greater pleasure than to learn that you escaped the confidence. And I was so happy to prepare our meeting here. Did you enjoy the message I left you?
It was interesting. Why?
Why not?
You're so fond of us, and I don't understand that.
Because I'm not a monster, Alice. I simply want what's best for everyone. What was it that Kirk would be fond of saying with Spock? The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
And what are the needs of the many?
Order.
We had order.
Yes, and I simply want to bring you both along with me. If it's any comfort, your father doesn't know who I am. I assume he's suspected for years, but he turned a blind eye to me.
What about my mom? Our mom.
Couldn't say. Come with me. You're the closest thing I have to family in this entire galaxy.
What about your little brother?
If you are speaking of the abomination that I assume is aboard the Transport 92, he will be dealt with soon enough.
Don't touch him. Please.
I will do what I must.
I'm fond of him, please.
I am only doing what has been predestined.
Which is what? Destruction? Chaos?
You see so clearly inward, you do not see outward far enough, Alice. The galaxy is discordant.
It's a galaxy where
Yes.
variables are constantly changing, and you expect to bring it into order. That's not how
Yes.
nature and life works.
But it is,
no, it's
because
not.
I hold nature and order. Everything I have done has always been for you two, for myself, for the galaxy. Everything is right where it should be. I am prepared to do what is necessary. When I was first awakened aboard that Starfleet, I was greeted with chaos. I assume, from now you've heard from Tyler, the details of my birth. Do you know why Nakul Grey created me? Do you know why the nations of the world so eagerly wanted me to lead? Because humanity fears chaos. Everything in this galaxy cannot stand the idea that they are powerless, and therefore they seek for someone with power. It is a trait that I greatly am proud of in you, Aaron. You lead others because you have power. Beware, for I am fearless, therefore powerful. Mary Shelley, Frankenstein.
What happened to the guy in the book?
I give...
Frankenstein gets away. The scientist himself is rescued aboard a ship out on the ice caps and tells his story. However, Frankenstein kills his whole family. Because he abandoned his creation. He was so terrified of the abomination he created that he abandoned it. Left it fatherless and left it scrambling on its own. That's why you love that book, isn't it?
I haven't been able to talk this freely in Century. It is a pleasure, of course. But my time grows short. I am needed back on Earth soon for a press conference. Speaking of the demise of the Confidence soon.
What?
Well, you don't think I'm going to allow your friends to live?
They have nothing to do with this, please.
They have everything to do. Do you know why I let that imbecile of a cat run that ship? Because I knew he would run it into the ground.
He's not an imbecile.
Every single one of them is. Except you two. Therefore, I give you this chance. I will beam you aboard my ship. You will come back heroes. Aaron, you will be High Admiral under me as I take you to bring the galaxy into order. Alice, you will lead forth a generation of perfect people. And all you need to do is lower your shields so that I may extract you.
Well, my only problem with everything you just said there is I'm not afraid of chaos. And you know what? Since the examination and since being out here actually flying around space, Uncle Hank, I've stopped caring about my reputation.
You see, Noble, don't join him.
Who?
Oh no, I was been here the whole time. As appearing behind you
Yes!
Oh my
all, few
God.
steps forward,
Ah!
deals a deal. Shakes your hand. Go ahead and take a level in Warlock.
Woo!
Hey yo!
Yeah! Can I
As
join
it
on the
immediately
guitar?
Target the Millennium Falcon. Blow it to hell. Communication cuts, but you see Q saying, "All right, listen, I don't have much time, but what do you want from me? You get one free perk on
Get him
startup."
off that ship before he dies.
What?
Tyler! He's gonna kill him!
Oh, they're blowing up the Millennium Falcon.
I am the best pilot in the galaxy.
No, we mess with COD so he can't.
I can do
fly.
one thing for free. Come on, come
I have
on.
an idea. We mess with COD so he can't do anything.
Can you drop Khan by himself in the middle of the Gamma Quadrant?
Oh yeah, easily. Does two little snaps. You watch the ships do not fire. Well, see you in a bit.
See you soon.
You're the coolest.
The music stops, everything fades. But the two ships are. You see Gabirji. What the fuck? Like, says for, what's going on?
God level stuff, I don't understand.
Was that gone? You see Azra.
Yeah.
We should leave. The bunker's been compromised. Where do we go? We have seconds. Because you see, the ships are not firing. They're not doing anything. As the only sentient being to
I
give
say we
orders
take
is
the
currently somewhere in the
ships.
middle of the Gamma Quadrant.
I say we take those ships.
Oh, absolutely.
You see Gabirji just, no, hold on. They can track that shit hard, right? Like, it's going to be harder to scrub out like you
did I
scrubbed
say
your
we're gonna
transport.
take it with us? No, we're taking it and we're gonna take it down.
We can set the warp course to detonate.
Hell yeah. All right.
Question: while they're doing that, can I just do a little bit of mental research? How safe is the Philosian planet?
Philosian planet is vast.
No, where it is. The
Oh,
planet.
where it is?
I know that's where Father Components and Mr. Lunt are, and if they need to do safe house, I need to make some more acquaintances. Maybe that might be a fun little stop to be like, Artie.
Hey, chaos helps.
So here's my idea. We have the ships rotate, and we have them eject their warp cores into each other.
Yes! Do it! Do it!
Dude. Yes.
You see, Azrael just, that would be quite easy. I will lead one group, Nemorum another, Gibberti stays on the ship for our extraction.
Tyler, you ready to blow some ships up?
Let's blow this ship to high heaven. Woo!
Tyler, before that happens, you get a quick little communique on your screen. I am coming.
It's your little brother. Or your big brother.
The last creation is always better than the previous ones. Come over. I'm ready.
Seconds pass.
Oh!
You
Just like the 3 times.
first is worst.
You ain't nothing but a little bitch.
You send it immediately. You used up your Q chaos. Couldn't plan for that. Immediately, you watch Azrael locks on just a quick head canister. Just because again he doesn't have full suit. And is gonna get ready to start teleporting in. Here we go. Can I have a group-wide intelligence check? Let's just get these ships blown up.
And there's not any
Nat
innocent
13.
lives on these ships, right?
Nope.
Good.
Con was the
Just
only
intelligence?
person there.
Yep.
Just sheer intelligence? Because there's
I'll describe that in a second. Though.
Nat 13 total of 15.
19, baby.
Oh, wait.
19.
19.
Nat 13.
Nat 13. So that's 1 second.
21.
21.
7.
7. Aaron, you get everyone in. It's like, but
God.
you have never actually done the warp core deck.
That's an
I
11.
I tell people what to do.
Yeah, right. No more to say. It's like we can get people there.
Yeah.
Aboard the ship, what you notice on both, you're not finding any sentient beings. There's no human beings. There's no creatures. Just a ship. What you do find in one of them
Are they just full of Orsons?
is a singular android who is sitting at the captain's chair. Gonna make a quick check to see which one it is.
Which Orson?
It's Orson! Orson 1.
We're gonna take out the other Orsons. There can only be one.
Orson 1 sitting there is completely blank. As you guys run aboard, and it's that expecting a fight does nothing. As
Hey,
unlike
can
maybe
we tap into his brain and figure out how to break that code for Orson?
maybe
Kidnap it!
Can I just steal the head and take it back with us?
Kidnap the robot!
Can I just swipe the head off just because it's like I wanted to do this for a
Take the
while.
head and go,
Two
yeah.
Orson,
Yeah,
you know?
we're just gonna take the
I
head
want
and
to
go.
do this a while.
At least it's not you, Orson. It's one other Orson.
It's Orson.
you
Orson!
immediately just garroting wire, grab it and go.
Yeah.
Great, we got the memory bank. We can use this.
Running through. You guys
Football under her
plug
arm.
it in, jump back through, setting a quick minute countdown timer. You come back, you actually see Gibberti reforms on the ship. He teleports back. Right, I was down in the bunker getting a lot of my shit before this all blows up because this thing is going nuclear.
Oh, we should take supplies from the ships.
You all look. I will say, Gibberti go. Yeah, we've got seconds as you see the warp cores
Sekars?
already swirling through space.
Sekar's
We gotta go.
Okay.
Sekar's Philosian plan. I've got a rendezvous point there, and we can use all the help we can get.
Hell yeah, I need more vitamin C.
Please don't eat my people.
What? Gibberti is locking and loading. I was saying, go ahead and make a quick astrogation check, DC 12. Again, thankfully, Philosia is not too far away right now. 17. Yep,
Oh,
definitely
can I
too.
be back on his ship with him?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yay!
Immediately, you guys
Good
blast
job, Blue.
off.
Thank you for not stabbing him.
Kaboom!
That was a good use of chaos.
Yeah,
I couldn't
dude,
plan for that.
That
and
was oh wow.
Yep.
God,
I'm gonna
fucking-
read
once
the
instead.
text I sent to August. It was
What did you send?
Chaos, you say. Can I contact Q and multi-class it over the lock? And I see August panicking behind the screen, and his response is, "Well, period. I guess."
Okay, that was your chaos.
Seriously,
Mine
I'm
was
like-
like, hey, can I set up the camcorder again so people will see what Con is actually like?
Did you do that?
Was that allowed?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Send that out to every ship in the galaxy as we warp.
Funny, because I asked him if we could do a galaxy thing. So
On the way, actually, if you wait till you reach Phylogenia, you will have a planet-wide system that
Oh,
you might be able to get access to.
absolutely.
That's where you can
And also,
get a true
I
broadcast.
Also, we mentioned that my parents were somewhat figureheads. How high in nobility were?
Phylogenia doesn't have what we would
Not really
call
nobility. Yeah, it's.
just multiple kings.
Yeah, I know of
with
House
serfs,
Cucumberon,
like
of various
Cucumberon.
house. How prominent is House Cucumberon?
Oh, they're one of the tops. Second only.
You're a prince.
You could say that.
Suddenly I'm not
Only
surprised.
second only to like House Timathius, I would say.
House what?
Timathius is
Yeah.
a huge one.
Honestly,
tomato.
yeah. How do you think I met my best friend?
The House Archibald is also really big too, though.
Oh yeah, of course. Sir Archibald is a high ancient.
Oh, your strength is back.
Heyo.
That is the most terrifying facet of this.
We just see Aaron
Just-
bulk up all of a
Chaos
sudden. We're just
Reign,
like,
right?
what the
Like
frick?
Chaos Reign.
Frickin' Grog from Vox Machina.
Aeneas.
Your strength
Yep.
score
My
is
father,
returned.
Aeneas of Cucumberon.
What's
As
your strength score now?
It's back to 17.
back 17.
Oh!
Up until as it was poor.
It was 10 last time I talked to Q.
As
10.
going on, you see, as
No,
the
mine's
warp
10,
core
how
goes
dare
off,
you.
Yubirchi just kind of
I
stops,
had
turns.
a 17.
So, explanations. What's going on?
That was Khan, my uncle, and his uncle. He genetically modified us to be not necessarily prime, but superhuman enough to the point where there's a reason we're his favorites. He genetically modified us for his plan so that he could lead the armies, I could lead the people.
I'm like noticeably taller than I was when I got on the ship.
And
Hey.
yeah, he's not a fan of his little brother, obviously, but he didn't expect him. So
Don't worry, little P, you're cool in our books.
little Petey.
I mean,
Where's Big P? Or Con? Yeah, we'll just call him Con.
okay.
You can call me T
Nah.
if you want.
Little T.
Yeah, Tyler.
Being persuasion
Big-
check.
Big T. Ooh, could I help with
Yubirchi
that?
really
Hold on,
likes
hold on,
this
wait,
name.
August, could I help with that?
Yeah, I do.
Cool, minimum is a 10.
Help action. Minimum
No,
10.
well, no, that's a class ability. If
Oh,
I can help make the
yeah.
persuasion check lowest, I can roll as a 10.
So, it's true.
So
Good
that
Oh!
is.
That's a nat 13.
I just rolled a 19.
You get a choice. What do you want? What do you want them to call you from now on?
You call me Mr. Supreme Lord.
Mr. Supreme
All right.
Lord.
Hell yeah, Mr. Supreme Lord.
Woo!
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Mr. Supreme Lord.
The,
Oh,
the,
I
the
see.
Moran heresy is about to begin.
No more heresy. Here's what's gonna happen. You guys on the way can set up a galaxy-wide communique.
I also sent you something.
As well, so can I rendezvous with the pirates who don't do anything, let them know we're on our way with vital information. What? What?
That was the sound
What?
effect I did not expect to hear.
Oh
What you said?
You'll find out.
By the way, can I decrypt what the coordinates Patty sent me?
Yes. Oh, yes. Just
I'm
make
gonna start
me.
decrypting that,
quick
and
intelligence
I'm
check,
gonna
yes.
start decrypting the head,
Mhm.
and see if we can find a way to decrypt Orson.
The chip she gave you is a DC 10. Or Winston's head will be a DC 25.
Watson,
Okay.
can I help?
So that's 11,
Right.
12, 13 for
Orson
the
is
uh,
0S.
ORS. This is
The
one
chip.
RS. I love
Oh,
it.
so
Yes.
0 RS3 3N.
Yes, once and twos and threes is how I refer to
One
that.
once and twos and
ZRS 2N.
So,
You're speaking way too smart for me, man. I don't get it.
to
Zero stayed the same.
pull
because
up-
Alright,
all-
so
all
do I
the
get an
alpha-
I also want a
all the
little
alpha-
spot.
Patty has given you, it is a floating,
Cool.
I'm 3 of
21.
floating star base off of Andoria in the Alpha Quadrant, where she's from.
August.
Oh, damn it.
Just rolled a natural 20.
Tell me if you want a bardic!
I would like that bardic, baby!
There you go. And do I have an action? Guidance.
That's a 23!
D4,
plus the guidance.
D4.
and plus whatever your normal modifier is.
Yeah. Okay, 23, 24, 25 total! That's
only
with
have a
my
plus
modifier.
zero.
I have a plus 2.
Oh, okay.
This was intelligence based, not
Oh, okay.
I just thought to pop on that. Like, you know what? Screw it. Let's see if we can push our luck.
So,
He ruined you today, Oscar.
Exact
Shelby,
20
you are my favorite
It's
now.
an exact 25. It's not even that it's a nat 20.
You're the
That was a
easiest to be like, you know
25.
what, screw it, let's bump this baby
All
full
right,
apart.
listen. I'm going to give you, after a synth 40 and doing it again just to spite me, it feels like, I'm going to tell you this.
Oh, this is
I will
beautiful.
tell you after cam, so it won't be on stream, but I'm going to tell you guys the mechanic upon which I use for how to evade con.
Oh.
Because this, you on a 25 go in after a moment. The head turns on. Here's what you notice. Onsen is not like his younger brothers. Onsen was the first of this line. The 0RS1N.
So he's less in human intelligence, more robotic.
Very much more robotic. It is why I will NPC instead of having Sam jump in a fun little thing. Because Onsen is vast. Onsen is a robot. Tucson is maybe what we call even cyborg. Orson is a true android, a sentient AI person of their own being. Onsen comes on. Hello.
Hello.
Starfleet Officer, designation Alice Shaw. My
Yes, sir.
name is 0RS1N.
Orson,
How may I be of assistance?
how do we avoid Khan, and how do I disconnect Orson number 3 away from him?
Computation does not make sense, as Khan is designated by Starfleet Archive 244898.
Hank Noble.
Hank, no. Has a bit of processing uptime. The person known as Khan is pronounced deceased, but you are asking about Fleet Admiral Hank
Hank
Noble. K. Hank Amadeus Noble. What would you like to know?
How do we disconnect Orson number 3 from the main connection line, whatever you call it?
The 0RS1N connection line is a specific family tie designated as the Blood Blonde by Admiral Stansfield.
My dad?
No, Adam
No,
Stansfield.
Adam Stansfield.
Yeah.
Sector
Sorry.
31 lady.
Yeah.
She's a lady.
I was like, I'm so confused. Did you just say my dad? I'm so confused. Okay.
The Blood Bond wireless network that connects us is located at Starfleet.
Blow up Starfleet.
I mean,
Whoa! Alright.
I mean,
Okay, I try to play. I
we
try
got
to play by the rules with the
so,
guillotine,
you
and that's
know.
bad. I try to play
Yeah,
chaos and blow up
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
bad. What
Okay,
can I
okay.
do?
I need your attention again. Right. How do we avoid Admiral Hank Noble?
Admiral Hank Noble, currently designated for giving in to Stardate process in 14 Stardate after his arrival from the Gamma Quadrant at the Bajoran wormhole, will head to Starfleet base in preparation for oncoming war with Imperium, Klingon, Romulan. Starts listing off multiple different facets of the galaxy.
Yes.
Currently, the United Federation of Planets is
I need you to get in contact with my father.
unable to communicate. I would need access to higher broadband connectivity than current program. Yes, you only have the head right now. You need
Okay.
to plug him into the ship, and I will give you this on free. If you also plug him in, there's a chance that he will start pinging off from Tucson, and even you don't know about Orson.
Yeah.
But-
no. So I'm gonna have. This is Tyler Gray. You will answer any questions he has for you.
Ensign Tyler Gray. Excellent.
What do you know about not cool Gray?
You see the little loading symbol in Orson's eyes.
The sand is going so hot right now. We're like, calm down, calm down.
Is
calm
it just
down,
Tyler or is
calm
it
down,
hot there?
Calm down.
Nakul Gray,
I mean-
scientist of Earth, designation 21st century. Starts just transmitting quick data to you. Everything from where he's ever worked, ever talked to, anything.
So that means there are logs of his creations,
Lots of his creations.
including Hang. All right, thank you.
There's a lot to parse through, but now actually put the item down. The Knuckle Gray files.
Orson, can you get into contact with Orson number 3, please?
Accessing blood bond. I will need access to higher broadband network to contact 0RS3N.
We gotta get him plugged into something.
I'm about to come up upon Fallujah, so that might help.
I like you. I'm gonna call you Sparkles.
This is highly irregular. My designation
Your
is...
designation is now Mr. Sparkles.
Wait a minute, I have a question. As a bonus action, I can now provide negative bardic.
Don't you dare.
556!
I mean, it puts it below the DC 10 because I rolled an 11. What do you want him to be called?
Mr. Sparkles.
Understood. 0RS1N will now respond to Mr. Sparkles.
Yes.
Thank you, Ensign Shaw.
You're welcome.
Alice, you're a punk.
The best guide that's able to head up party.
Is there anything I can be assistance with?
No, you can go to sleep now.
Understood. You realize it's that creepy, the bottom eyelid is the one that goes up when he like goes to sleep, so it's like
Oh.
so it's like
Oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
right.
Real quick question,
Yes.
August. If you had to associate Q with an element, what would you associate him with?
That's the problem.
Oh,
Chaos.
you're going-
I
Yes.
would call that necrotic. In this universe, entropic damage is also
Right.
necrotic damage.
Okay, that gives me something to work with. If
Q-
you had to pick between earth, air, fire, or water, what would you
I would then most closely yeah, clever. Earth, Wind, and Fire is a really good band. I would consider it closest to. It's gonna sound weird. Water.
Okay.
More just because
It's constantly changing.
it's constantly changing. It's
Yeah.
the most chaotic, shall we say?
Look away from
Yeah.
the screen.
Nemorum, you have a plan.
Yep. And I also want to have a little chat with my brothers.
Yeah.
Good question.
Because it's not so much of like they left the Imperium, it's another thing. So, yeah.
You
Yeah.
can definitely. Two of the rooms, you realize that one room, actually, you would see, like, Ghiberti and Azure. The ship, of course, is on autopilot to Fallujah. Would you like to speak to us in the dining room or our personal rooms?
Personal.
You walk
I
in.
See.
You see something rather interesting tomorrow.
Yeah,
You walk in.
I would talk about it.
There's only one bed.
Oh, they
Mm.
snuggle.
You see Azrael stop.
They're gay.
I was going to wait to tell you another reason
said
we are not
partner.
welcome by the Emperor is.
He said partner. This should have been apparent a while ago.
Gay.
Yeah,
He said partner.
I love them.
it's a weird, but you
Where
see.
does the green part in Gibbon come
Where's-
from?
but why is Gibbon green?
Why is Gibbon green? What the frick?
Oh, I have secrets.
Why is Gibbon
You
green?
see though, walking in, they shut the door, and there's like seats here and everything. Like, Ghiberti kind of like sits on this like almost like a throw pillow, what we could call, just on the ground. Azrael though takes a seat more at a desk. Stops, gestures to a chair, sits down. What would you like to know, Nemorum?
I would like to know many things.
Who is Gibbon and why is he green?
The real life
Other than
question.
that, but
Who is
why
Gibbon?
did you leave Gibbon
Okay, that sounds like one of those deep fried memes where just like
You see-
Captain Crunch holding a Glock saying, "Who is Gibbon? Why is he green?"
Azrael stops, kind of turn. His true name is that one we gave him. Technically, he is Galerial. But to avoid suspicion, we gave him Gibbon Dawn Treader. Giverti and I, in our many years, desired to feel what it would be like as the Emperor to truly have children, to raise those better than us. We tried genetic modification, but we were unsuccessful many times. You see, Giberti, to the best of our knowledge, we had to improvise a bit of genetic cocktail. Hell, I don't even know what's in them. But
I do.
something we noticed when Galerial's around us is we have plating and ways to keep the Emperor out of our minds. Galerial was born without that, thank the gods. But when he was around, the Emperor could use him as a satellite to find us. Namorum, that passive check coming in, whenever you've been around Gibbon, it's much clearer when you talk to the Emperor. In fact, sometimes we've been around Gibbon, you've noticed, like, the Emperor will suddenly want to talk to you, and you realize, yes, whatever, though Gibbon is not true Imperial,
Yeah.
the genetic marker is what makes that tower, so to speak. You see Azrael. We did not want to leave Galerial behind. He seemed strong and powerful, but we could not risk the Emperor finding him and killing him. You see, at this point he turns. We wish for a day that we are free from the Imperium. That we can lead lives. That we can find true happiness in this galaxy, and that cannot happen. I was a fool. You see, Gibbert, we were fools. We thought we could simply have it all outside of the Imperium, but we were wrong. The Emperor does not stop. He is the only one that can achieve happiness. He is the only one. You see, boom, punches a hole into the metal beside. He is the only one that gets to control our lives. But no! Azrael just remains sitting. We left Gibbon so that he may learn and have a better life than us. We did not know that he would find his way to Starfleet, but if he is anything like us or you, he has power, and it is only fair that he would find a chance to become great in this galaxy.
As he will.
At this point, you see both of them stop. As we understand, Namorum, that you have every right to slay us, as we are imperfect in your eyes. I simply ask this. Let Galeria live, and do not judge us harshly when this is over.
I cried.
My intention.
You think you're gonna cry? I am
to
crying.
let him live, as he should not pay for his parents' sins.
See, Gabberti comes up, offers a hand. Thank you.
Moron's not gonna give his hand. Do you know why I always hated you two?
No.
Do you not remember that our Captain General was not blind to our situation? He was not blind. None of our brothers were blind to what was happening in the Imperium.
Both of them look very, like, you know they know. They are both keeping their heads down, but letting you speak.
We were on the search for the Proteus Protocol, which would have restored our Emperor to his right mind. And yet you left closest thing we had to a father.
Azrael looks up. But what if the Emperor's mind was never lost?
Then we could have found that out. And now, the only choice now is to unite, and then he'll offer his hand.
Kibirti takes it. You see one single tear slowly drip. We will follow you, Nemorum. Azrael and I hold no claim in the Imperium, but you can make it right, and you can lead us to have greater lives.
I will do this. We have not been blind to the plight of the Imperium. The Emperor's realm was, and still is, a festering ruin of overcrowded worlds, drowning in their own ignorance and fear. It is a ghetto that burns from end to end with flames of war. Originally, I thought they did not deserve our Emperor. But our Emperor does not deserve them, nor us.
Azrael,
Break up with that toxic ex.
let us free them.
Our younger brothers will receive the message, and we will see how many will flock to us.
Not just my knowledge, but Azrael kind of picks up a little of what you're planning.
That toxic.
This is dangerous.
It may be. If we fail, it will be considered as the greatest heresy known to the Imperium. But if we succeed, we will bring the Imperium to a greater light of shared understanding. What our Emperor said he would do, but we will do instead.
You see, Kibirti takes hand, cuts. Azrael cuts
I'll
off,
take my glove off, then I will cut.
forming that 3 bond in. Kibirti
It's so
starts
cute.
aligned and Azrael finishes. You say heresy, but history is written, and you see Azrael, by the victors. That's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you all so much for playing. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time.
Oh, man.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Oh,
I kinda